1, 2, 3.
Football season is weird because we actually look forward to Mondays. It's Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
Talk to a girl's top 5
That's
podcast.
right. That's what I heard. She's having a lot of success.
She's up there.
All you got to
Let her
do
live.
is get caught on camera talking about how you... and then you get your own podcast worth millions of dollars.
If only they had a word for that little sound effect you made. Oh, they do. Haktua.
That's
what they did.
That's right.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Reaction Monday. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
It is also Yikes Monday. Yikes. At 4:34.
It's in the name. Yikes Monday.
How you doing,
It's
Ted?
right there.
How's the weekend?
I'm doing good, Mike.
All right.
Teddy, how did the gambling go this weekend for you? You do all right?
I did do all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, things were good.
Yeah.
Had a nice...
Why do you bring this up?
I was just going to mention, Teddy, that I, too, had a, okay weekend. I missed a couple. I stopped doing so many parlays, and I actually was 75%. So I went net positive on this weekend.
You were good.
NFL picks, I didn't
Teddy
do
was
as
good.
good. You guys
I know.
got
Well,
me
there's
there.
no money on the line for that.
I know.
Who
That's all right.
cares?
Common Man, how did your bets go this weekend? How did
All
you
those
have
favorites?
Did you have any? What did you call them again? Rock hard picks.
All right, so here's a little story. I'm terrible at gambling. All right, I control myself. I don't do it often, but every football season I'll put $500 into my ESPN Bet sportsbook account, and that's my money to play with for the entire season. If I lose it all in week 2, then I'm done.
Okay.
There's no more money coming in there.
Yeah.
All right. So, week 1 of the college football season, I put in my $500, fully expecting that it would be gone within a couple weeks because I suck at gambling. However, I had some good stuff going on this year. A lot of rock hard selections, a lot of good parlays hitting for me. Worked that $500 all the way up to $5,000.
Good job.
$5,000.
Right.
But the last 3 weeks or so have not been kind to me. And last night I officially lost the last of it.
Oh, no.
It's all gone.
Oh, no.
It's all gone. But let me tell you something.
I was going to say, what was the bet that did you in?
49ers to cover the 6.5 against the Seahawks, which they didn't cover, and they lost.
Shouldn't bet against the Seahawks.
So
That's
hell
what I
with
said.
them.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, 49ers. They've won 2 in a row. CMC's back. Hey, you suck. Anyway, no hard feelings because
Not mad.
much like the episode of Seinfeld where Costanza puts on the toupee, and then he starts to act like a different person. Elaine doesn't like the toupee. She rips it off. And then George feels like his old self again. He's bald. He's insecure. He knows that George. He feels better being that George. I feel better losing all my money and not having any money to gamble. Yes, I feel better. I feel like the weight has been lifted off my shoulder because every single week it's how do I grow this? How do I do this? I'm going to lose this. Now I'm not worried about any of that anymore. I'll see you in August.
Yeah, I guess there's a little bit like when I've played fantasy football, it does tend to ruin watching football for me because I'll have some interest in the game based on whatever my team is doing, which insert laugh here because my team's the Browns. But then watching like my fantasy team, I'll go, well, I need the Browns to win, but I need player X to get a bunch of yards. Even though I want my team to win, I need this guy on the other team. And it messes up my whole day trying to watch that. So when I'm out of the playoffs in fantasy, then I'm like, oh, great.
I'm done now. I feel free.
Or if I'm the worst team in the league, it's like, you know what, then I don't have to worry about it and we'll lose in the playoffs very quickly and that'll be that. You know, it takes all the pressure off. I agree.
And I didn't really lose anything. That's what I tell myself because it was just there on paper. It wasn't real.
Well, you lost $500. That was
No,
you spent $500.
That was my entertainment fee.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. If you feel like you got $500 worth of entertainment out of it, then you're right.
I got $500 worth of misery out of it is what I got. Here's how it works today. 3 o'clock hour, first hour of the show, lots of Buckeyes, lots of college football. 4 o'clock hour, NFL. 5 o'clock hour, a little mix of everything, a flavorful broth. Buckeyes beat Northwestern 31-7 over at Wrigley Field. Another slow start. Early in that game, defense couldn't get the Northwestern offense off the field, even though Northwestern came into this game as the worst third down team in the country. Not in the country, in the conference. But they got their sea legs. And here's the thing about this Buckeye team, man. And we saw the stats during the broadcast if you were watching on TV. Ever since Ryan Day took over, this team on paper has been the most prolific offensive football team in the country. They can score in bunches. You walked away, they were losing 7-0. You came back, it was 21-7. And their opponents are demoralized. When you're playing opponents at this level, Northwestern, right?
Yeah.
Purdue. Once you allow that flurry of offense, there's no coming back from that. And in fairness, the Buckeyes don't let you come back from that because once they found their sea legs defensively, the Wildcats didn't do much.
No, I think this game was certainly the first quarter. I was a little nervous when you don't score any points, and
I wasn't nervous. I mean,
no, but like the upset stomach thing starts happening for me, where I'm just sitting there going like, "Ugh, this isn't going to go into the fourth quarter, is it?" Like I wanted this to be a game where you can get your starters out of there earlier on, and then everybody can appreciate the little atmosphere at Wrigley and all that stuff, and then you move on to getting ready for this couple games you got coming up to the biggest games of the season are the next 2 weeks.
Can you believe I woke up this morning?
I know.
And I said to myself something I never thought I would say in all seriousness. It's Indiana week. And it means something.
Right. I've woken up just yesterday. I woke up with, I was nervous. I'm sweating. And I go, what is getting to me? And I go, it's the cream and the crimson. Yeah, it's coming for me. I'm scared. I'm nervous.
I'm not scared. I'm ready.
No,
Friday I'll have poop in my pants, but right now I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to break down the game. I'm just saying you have a team that has not lost at all, and they have been blowing out most everybody they played other than Michigan by a decent amount. They're playing pretty well. So they had a bye week here to just sit and think about all this. They're sitting there watching it. Kurt Cignetti's getting them all fired up. Yeah, if you're not nervous about this, you haven't watched them play enough to know that they are a very talented team. Or maybe you're an Ohio State coach and you've watched them way more than I have, and you've seen the ways you're going to exploit their defense, exploit their offense, and you're going to have your way with them. I hope that happens too. I'm just pointing out there's no more games on the schedule that are not involving top 5 teams the rest of the way out. Back that up. Michigan is nowhere near any type of top 25, but they are top 5 in our scary vision nightmare scenarios,
you have
right?
A job that needs to get done.
Yes. So like all the games from here on out, because you've got Indiana, who's a top 5 team, Michigan, who's caused you tons of headaches all the last few years. Then you've got, obviously, hopefully, Big Ten championship game where you will be playing, again, presumably a top 5 team, probably Oregon. And then if that happens, if you win that game, from then on out, you're in the playoffs. So, like, no more games where you're like, oh, yeah, could I run to the grocery store and maybe come back and catch the second half later? No, like, that's all done now. We're locked in.
That's why the slow start didn't really bother me much in this game, because I never felt threatened. And I just, finish the game strong, try and get out of there healthy, and move on to the next one. That's the stage of the season that we're in right now. Your real season starts this week as you get ready for Indiana. They've had a bye week. They've been preparing for you.
Yeah.
Northwestern had a bye. They were preparing for you.
Well, from here on out, Michigan is already preparing for you. They got nothing else to play for. This is right. Everybody is lined up for you now the rest of the way out. Indiana, Michigan, anything after that, everyone is saying we got to beat the Buckeyes. Everyone is trying to figure that out. More so than, in weeks past where it's like, well, we got to get through this team and then we focus on the Buckeyes. No, man, they've been drawing up plays all year for you. And now is that time where you go show them that you could overcome that.
I was thinking about this before. Did we ever play the music for Jeremiah Smith?
Ooh. I don't know if we did.
Play it?
I don't know if
do you
we
remember
did.
us playing it or not? Because
Well,
it's an oversight if we didn't.
I think we should.
We played it for somebody.
I know, and I forget who it was. But you know what? It
may
doesn't
have been
matter. Maybe we played it for him, but I'm going to play it again. Jeremiah Smith, you can take touchdown, catch away, fine, whatever. He is the biggest threat on this football team. He is the best receiver in the country, and we are so spoiled. This is the era of the wide receiver here at Ohio State. We have never had a time period like this with the talent that's been on this field locally in the last 5 to 8 years. Jeremiah Smith could wind up being better than all of them. Here's to this. Here's to you, whatever I was going to say. And I'm sorry I stepped on your song, too, because I'm stupid. You got me all tongue-tied and flustered. It's like talking to a hot girl.
By the way, Adam King had this video. A lot of people have been sharing it. That video of the dude from Northwestern grabbing his ankle when they're bringing him down. And I mean, he's on the ground already. And the dude has his ankle basically in a little bit of an arm bar, and he's twisting on it. And Jeremiah Smith kind of has to like kick him to say, hey, man, get off my ankle. That's just so Bush League from that Northwestern player. I don't know who that guy was. I hope I never have to hear his name again, whoever it was. But like, what are you doing? You mad that this freshman is just destroying you?
Yes.
Well, too bad. Then that's why you're at Northwestern and he's at Ohio State. I hate to say it to you that way. Congratulations on whatever awesome degree you're getting at Northwestern. Really lean into that. Don't lean into, I better try to mess up the football players who actually are going to go play in the NFL. Don't try to mess up their careers. How about that?
It's nice to see Buckeye Nation take over that place, too.
Oh.
I mean, I thought it would be 80-20. It was maybe even more than that.
We said that on Friday. I mean, I don't think it was breaking news, but one of the biggest alumni bases for around the country for Ohio State fans is in Chicago. And obviously there's plenty of Buckeye fans that have ties to the area that travel there. But I think if you said you just have to have a Chicago area code to buy these tickets, you still would have had a majority of Buckeye fans because it wouldn't have mattered.
New AP poll. I will share it with you coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the center lane on northbound 270 on the east outer belt approaching I-70. And you're going to hit some residual traffic due to an earlier accident on eastbound 33 after Main Street. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted. They may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At Tri-State Men's Health, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates as high as 90%. Which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sportsbook is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
There's nothing like having Common Man and T-Bone resting on your bosom.
Oh, for someone with no breasts, you've done very well for yourself.
Gross. Pick up the latest T-shirt in the fan store or pick up merch from a show you actually like. We even have Ohio State and jacket stuff. Head to 971thefan.com.
The reality of addiction in Central Ohio goes beyond drugs.
You know, the new human trafficker is a drug trafficker.
A vicious cycle with people selling their bodies to feed their addiction.
We know we can't arrest our way out of these issues.
10 TV is seeking solutions with city and community leaders to see what can be done to break the cycle.
Caring about people means investing in people, and it also means investing in the people that care for people.
10 investigates tonight on 10 TV News at 6 and streaming on 10 TV Plus.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips.
Yeah, baby.
Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
What a great show.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune. Weeknights at 7:30 on 10 TV.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
USPS Ground Advantage, the affordable and reliable shipping solution for the holidays. Learn more at USPS.com/advantage.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today, looking at a cloudy day. Temperatures this afternoon very warm in the middle end of the 60s. Heading into tomorrow, looking at mild conditions. Showers in the morning, dry in the afternoon, high 64. Wednesday, looking at cloudy skies, high of 60. And then tracking the possibility of rain and snow. That's right, the S word, snow on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The only thing scarier than Bones analogies is man's browser history.
I'm sorry, man. I thought you want to see this.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday, Reaction Monday. It's also Yikes Monday. Before I forget, people have been asking, what's the deal with Common Man's Basement on YouTube? Are you stopped doing those? Are you going to do another one? I will do another one, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. Instead of Friday night, we're going to do one this week, Wednesday night.
Oh.
Special Wild Card Wednesday edition of Common Man's Basement on YouTube. Search for it, subscribe, or go to hell and die.
Okay.
Or other way around.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the 971 The Fan on YouTube, you can subscribe to the Fan's YouTube page, and then you can see the channel right there.
I don't care about that.
Subscribe to that. Subscribe to all of it.
New AP is out. Oregon stays at number 1, 62 first place votes. Ohio State, number 2. Texas, 3. Penn State, 4. Indiana, 5. That is unchanged. Notre Dame is up 2 spots, number 6. Alabama's up 2 spots, number 7. Georgia's up 3 spots to number 8. Ole Miss up a spot to 9. And Tennessee down 4 spots to 10. Illinois pops in at number 24 this week. That's it for the Big Ten. Look, college football playoff rankings come out tomorrow night, so we'll see what the deal is there. The reality is we had some teams eliminate themselves this week. At least I think so. I think the Tennessee eliminated themselves.
Well, dude, I agree with you, but just wait for the nice little pipeline of SEC bias coming from ESPN to tell you how all these 2-loss SEC teams are better than currently 0-loss Indiana and 1-loss Penn State and 0. It's just so stupid. It's so transparent what they're doing with this, because there will be teams with 3 losses. I guarantee you, SEC teams that they will say, but you got to think about them over
No, I don't.
No, I don't either.
No, I don't.
So stupid.
BYU lost to Kansas.
Well,
that's their first loss. They've eliminated themselves.
Now that's a little different, isn't it? Like I think this idea of, well, 1 loss. I'm not at all saying that Penn State with 1 loss just deserves to get in because they have 1 loss. I am pointing out that they play in the Big Ten. If your argument is unless you play in the SEC, 1 loss eliminates you, well, then that means only SEC teams are basically going to make the college football playoffs. BYU, on the other hand, while, yes, they are now technically, right, they're in the, am I wrong? They're in the Big 12? Is that wrong?
What the hell are they now?
Are they the Big 12 now? BYU? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Is the Big 12 what it used to be?
No.
Okay. So,
Ted, just do the show, please. I like it.
Arizona State might win that conference.
Well, what I'm saying is that is a Frankenstein conference that has been Frankenstein's a bad word. It's like whatever they used to make the Frankenstein monster is what's the Big 12. It's the scraps that are left over. So while BYU, that's very nice that they've had a great season here, I don't think that, like, if they win their conference, right, they get in. So that's all they have to worry about. But for them being like an at-large or something, if that doesn't happen, no way. Like, you get 1 from that conference, essentially.
We saw Oregon narrowly escaping Wisconsin, and Wisconsin just can't do anything offensively. To the point where Luke Fickell fired Phil Longo today, their offensive coordinator who's been there less than 2 years. Remember, when this guy started, he was going to revolutionize offense.
Yeah, that was the air raid offense guy they brought in.
It was, you're used to Wisconsin and Ron Dane and just running the ball. What was that sound again? That's what it was, just right up the middle.
Yeah.
But Phil Longo is going to come in and throw the ball all over the place. They couldn't do anything. It was like you and me playing quarterback out there on Saturday.
No, it's bad. Where were you at? Were you rooting for? Because I was absolutely rooting for Wisconsin to beat Oregon and have the chaos.
Right. That's the thing about me is that, I know we can sit down and on paper it makes more sense if this happens or this happens. But when I'm in there, when I'm watching a game, I'm usually rooting for chaos. And so I was rooting for chaos that night.
Well, my loyalties to the Big Ten are not that. I mean, I want Ohio State to get wherever they're going to need to be to go win. Like, I want them to get the best seeding possible, but I really don't care if the rest of the Big Ten sucks and if Ohio State's great. I look at it this way. I know Oregon beat Ohio State. The stupidity of how college football works right now with this dumb system we have, and which will never change, because there's no way for all these teams to play each other like they do in the NFL, or to have at least a somewhat consistent schedule that they'll never go to that, even though they should. But in the meantime, what we have is voting. We have College Football Playoff Selection Committee making decisions. So if Oregon lost that game, guarantee you Ohio State would have jumped them. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Because they would have said, well, yes, but Ohio State's loss was to Oregon, which is a top 5 team. Oregon losing to Wisconsin, and unranked Wisconsin, is a worse loss. So they would have figured out a way to, they would have moved Ohio State ahead of them. So I was kind of rooting for that, but also just, I enjoy the chaos. I like to see that stuff happen. I don't think it hurts Ohio State in any way if that would have happened. What I've learned is this, Mike, from watching all the talking heads yesterday about this, the college football people, it is somehow worse for Oregon to have beaten Wisconsin than it is for a team like Tennessee to have lost to Georgia. Like, that's what I've learned now, is that a 2-loss Tennessee, they still have a really, 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 really good shot at this because the SEC is so tough.
All right, I didn't want to. I guess we'll dive into this now.
But the Big Ten, look how weak Oregon is. They almost lost to Wisconsin.
It's the double standard that just drives me up the wall, all right? You want to talk about wins and losses and which loss is more valuable. Look, Kirby Smart is playing the victim card out there now, saying, I don't know what this committee is looking for. I know what they're looking for. Right. First of all, this committee is looking for every excuse to put as many of you hillbilly teams in the playoff as they possibly can. All right? Don't play the victim card with me, Georgia, and Kirby Smart. We're not the ones that lost to Vanderbilt.
Right.
Okay? If we're evaluating what are they looking for? It's like, you're going to get all pissed off because Oregon's still the number one team in the country because they almost lost to a team like Wisconsin.
Right.
You did lose to a team like Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
I don't. Georgia didn't lose to Vanderbilt. Alabama lost.
Alabama lost. Who did Georgia lose to?
They lost to Alabama and Ole Miss.
All right. Yeah. And so you got
two good losses.
Two good losses, fine.
Well, win your games then.
But you lost two of them.
Why you have to interrupt me? The Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. I was on a roll, Teddy.
Sorry.
We don't check facts on this show.
Look, they lost two of them, and all I know is this. If you want to tell me, again, I don't know how we can properly judge the SEC when they never play anybody outside of their conference. When Ohio State and all these other Big Ten teams play 9 conference games, they play 8. What are they all going to play this weekend? Which vaunted SEC powers are they all going to go up against this weekend when Ohio State and Indiana are playing a top 5 matchup? Who is Alabama playing? Like,
they just had
Hampton?
Mercer this past week.
Mercer? Okay, they played their Mercer game was last week. I'm just saying a lot of these teams are going to be playing either a bye or they're going to be playing crap because they work one of those games in because, oh, man, we need a break. We got work in the SEC. Oh, it's tough down here. Hey, maybe it's also there's just not a great team. How does it that when we look at the NFL and we see a division where you have a bunch of teams that are all 9-8 or 7-10 or whatever I'm trying to do the math. When we look at that division, we go, maybe there's just not a good team in that division. Maybe they're just not that good this year. You know what I mean? Even if that division in the past has been full of great teams. Like you could look at the AFC East, right? Outside of Buffalo, are there any really good teams in that division? You think the Dolphins are great? Patriots, Jets are terrible? No.
Look at the NFC West. Who the hell's good out there? I don't know.
We would just say maybe this year's a down year for that division. That doesn't mean that everybody sucks forever. It just means this year they're bad. In college football, we go, we got a whole bunch of 2-loss teams all fighting it out down south. Maybe the SEC just isn't as strong this year. And then you have people like Kirby Smart, which I get it's his job, coming at you saying, how dare you insinuate that we're not as good as all these undefeated and one-loss teams. I'm not insinuating it. I'm flat out saying it. You're not as good. If you want to prove that, then you can get one of those last seeds in. You can come up to the frozen cold areas up here and play some of these teams like Notre Dame or Ohio State or Penn State in 20-degree weather.
By the way, we'll
see if you get it done.
Same thing goes for Ohio State when they lost to Oregon. It's like, oh, that was a good loss. It's like, you're not as good as a win would have been. Right? I mean, look, we're here debating losses. The reality is win, you don't have this problem.
Of course. Dude, by the way, we got to go, but Notre Dame, my God, they'd be the number 1 team in the country if they didn't lose. If they had lost to Northern Illinois, they'd be the number 1. I know they did.
They lost to Notre Dame, not Notre Dame, Northern Illinois.
Yeah, they did. But that's other than that, I mean, they got a Texas A&M win on their roster. They have a good resume.
Are we done slobbering on A&M's knob now too?
No,
because for about 2 weeks
I was gone. Let's stop with all that.
Stupid.
Come on.
College football is coming to TNT. Details next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at a couple-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 33. And we also have slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side from Greenlawn Avenue to 315. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Z-Bart Black Friday deals all month long. Let your vehicle shine with a Z-Bart detailing starting at only $49. Plus scratch and dent repairs from just $29 a panel. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change will help ease your oil change-anxiety. Picture an oil change that's quick, not rushed. When you hear the bell, feel yourself becoming light as a feather. Now, let go of your oil change anxiety. Visit Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. No automotive worry, no appointment needed.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Billiards Plus has the area's best selection of pool tables, shuffleboard tables, poker tables, and more. Santa will be here soon, and there's still inventory in stock, so get yours before Billiards Plus runs out. Don't forget your grill, too. Shop Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now, with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV? Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
Ram trucks are built to serve, and nobody serves up Black Friday deals like your local Ram dealer. And right now, every day is Black Friday, with $1,000 Black Friday bonus cash allowance on 2025 Ram 1500 trucks all month long. So skip the lines and get great deals on the #1 brand in new vehicle quality awarded by J.D. Power. Just visit ram.com and get to your Ram dealer today. Award based on 2024 models. For J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Contact dealer for details. Must take retail delivery by 12/2.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo.
In honor of Veterans Day, we're celebrating those who have given the ultimate sacrifice by giving back to Tunnel to Towers. Get to Twin Peaks and donate $5 to Tunnel to Towers through November 30th and receive $5 back to spend on yourself at Twin Peaks this December.
Valid at participating locations. Bobcat Enterprises is your family-owned partner for landscaping and construction projects. Bobcat Enterprises sells and services a full line of Bobcat equipment, including compact track loaders, excavators, tractors, and more. Plus, Bobcat rents compact equipment and attachments. With Bobcat, you can rent the machine and own the results. Keep your business local. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville, and find current specials and our full line of products by visiting bobcatent.com today.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Dumb is the only language these two are fluent in. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. It is Yikes Monday. Talking Buckeyes, talking college football, and the double standard that exists. This is my favorite story of the day, though. The Big 12 is coming to TNT. As part of a settlement struck between the NBA and Warner Brothers Discovery, The Big 12 will see 13 of its football games per year move from ESPN's streaming platform to WBD channels, TNT and TBS. ESPN is also sub-licensing 15 Big 12 men's basketball games to be aired on either TNT or TBS. So 28 games in total. Why are they doing this? Because ESPN has essentially traded for inside the NBA.
Well, that's a good trade to make, I would think, for ESPN ABC, don't you?
I think so, too. You know, people will look at the games and say, oh, look at the number of these games. Look, we talked about Big 12. It's fine. They'll pull a little bit of a number. It gives Warner Brothers Discovery an opportunity to raise their chin off of the mat after they lost all the NBA rights. But the reality is, ESPN would have paid tens of millions of dollars to get inside the NBA with Ernie and Charles and Kenny. And Shaq is not technically under contract, but I assume they will make him an offer, and he will make even more money than he's making now, and he'll be on that show. They would have offered tens of millions of dollars to get that show.
Yeah.
So they essentially they've given up advertising space with their Big 12 games, but they decided this show is more valuable. And I don't blame them. I'd make the same move.
Well, I think it's a great move. ESPN having the ability to get that done. I mean, that's one of the things I was really sad about next year going away with the NBA coverage is I love watching those TNT games because of the fact, you know, at pregame, halftime, postgame, you're getting those guys jumping in and they always have some fun conversations. And now their basketball analysis is not the best I've ever heard because at
Doesn't
times
matter. It's the entertainment value.
Yeah, but they just have good camaraderie. So I hope that continues. Also, all the studio shows. You don't think the first day of the NBA season, they already do a ton for the NBA. You don't think they're going to probably be like, oh, and by the way, hey, Greeny on Get Up, you get to have Shaq and Kenny and Charles the whole time.
Oh, they'll be all over the ESPN programming.
Yep.
All over it.
Mm-hmm. So,
plus Ernie moves over.
That's true, too.
I mean, Ernie doesn't want to do play-by-play anymore, but, you know, he automatically is one of the most respected guys over at ESPN now.
Yeah, oh, of course. He's in multiple Hall of Fames, right, for broadcasting, I'm pretty sure. This is I mean, you get a legend over there. So I love that. I think that's great. I wonder, though, like, is the value of that Big 12 stuff, genuinely asking this question, that you said they get 12 or 13 basketball games out of this, too?
They get, hold on. It is 13 football games and 15 basketball games.
If I don't know all of the ins and outs of how that works, but if I am TNT, I am demanding, like, okay, I want at least as many of those as I can to be Kansas basketball games, right? Like, there's a chance that some of those Kansas games, depending on which ones they are, if they're conference games, some of those could probably get you some numbers that some like bad Big 12 football games would get. Don't you think?
I guess. I don't know.
But either way, it's not. To me, the trade is you're getting inside the NBA to stick around, which is the bonus for all of us as fans.
Yeah, I think, you know, Turner or Warner Brothers Discovery, whatever they call themselves, they can raise their head up and say, see, we're still relevant in the world of sports.
Yeah. Well,
when in reality,
whatever.
They're not.
But they're not. But you know what? They're not trying to be. They didn't.
No, they are trying to be. They just couldn't do it.
Well, okay, fine. But if they wanted to do it, they could have put a bigger number out there to get the NBA. They didn't. They waited around for ESPN to make their offer, NBC to make their offer, and then they came in and said, we'll match it because we have the right to do that. And this is why there's a lawsuit. They had a lawsuit, you know, saying we have the right to match this contract. This is part of that settlement that they're doing, is to get out of that, to basically say, all right, we matched it, but you decided to go with a different offer. So to me, it seems a little bit like they're trying to save face by saying we did match it. But if they wanted it, they could have been, I bet you they could have told the NBA.
They could have locked it up 3 years ago.
Absolutely right.
They had the relationship. They had the working relationship. They could have offered a ridiculous amount of money and locked it up 3 years ago. They didn't.
Yeah.
More college football. We talked about Georgia beating Tennessee. LSU loses their fourth game of the season to Florida.
That's a rough one there.
That is a rough one. But again, I've seen the pundits say, well, that's in this conference. I mean, Florida's a 500 football team. They're 5-5, but I'd put them against anybody in the Big Ten. Well, I'd love to see them.
Yeah, you know what? I'd
put them on the schedule for next week, please.
Come on.
I'll take them over Indiana any day.
I'd much rather play a 5-loss Florida team than an undefeated Indiana team right now.
Everybody would that has half a brain.
Yeah, but this is the insanity that we have going on now because, and this is, I will give the SEC this. Greg Sankey and the Brain Trust over there, they're smart. They have aligned themselves with ESPN. They have lined their coffers and, vice versa, right? They're making money. Everybody's making money in that deal. They are the ones, though. They know ESPN has the majority of the sports programming that people watch to form opinions. And their opinion makers are all defaulting to the SEC's awesome, everybody else is second best. Even though when you go look at the rankings right now, as voted on by the AP, by the people who cover the sport, the top 5 teams in the country, one of them is an SEC team, the other 4 are in the Big Ten. And then right underneath them, then you've got, 4 SEC teams, all who have 2 losses because we have, and Notre Dame. Like, that's your top 10 right there, is Notre Dame and a bunch of SEC and Big Ten teams. And the fact the Big Ten teams are undefeated or one-loss teams somehow doesn't qualify them to be, in the minds of ESPN, better than the SEC.
Well, that's what boggles my mind. We were talking about this last week, or 2 weeks ago, really, because it started with Ohio State and Penn State. We're all bitching and moaning about how it's a noon kick, and we're going to boycott Fox and go over to ESPN.
Why?
Well, what are we talking about? What are you going to ESPN for? They actively work against you every single week. You can be pissed off about the noons, but also understand that Fox is the one paying your schools all this money and propping you up as a conference.
I don't get it. And you know what? Ole Miss is they've got is Ole Miss Mississippi State. That's the Egg Bowl, right?
Yes.
That's their rivalry game. That's next weekend. No, it's next weekend. But like, if Ole Miss somehow loses that game, you will hear people on ESPN saying, "Hey, man, that 3-loss Ole Miss team, though, they're really good."
Shut up.
Like someone will make that case, man. They're always out there making these cases, talking about how, hey, you don't understand how difficult it is to play in the SEC. And since there's no quantifiable way to deny that, I understand that they're going off of what happened in years past when teams played in playoff games. If you want to go that route, fine. I don't know what that has to do with this year. You know what I mean? I don't know what it has to do with the fact. And in fairness, Ohio State benefits from that too. People assume Ohio State's great because for many years they have been great. So we benefit from that as well. But in the meantime, when you actually play these games this year, let's try to stay with what we have. Instead of just looking at brand names and going, strength of schedule is better for this team. Based on what? Based on the fact that you know who Texas A&M is?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're that good. No, we've seen them not be that good.
Ryan Day is on the prowl. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find that traffic is moving slowly on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and Livingston Avenue. And there's a couple-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Z-Bart Black Friday deals all month long. Let your vehicle shine with the Z-Bart detailing starting at only $49. Plus scratch and dent repair from just $29 a panel. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just the slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Leaves changing and the nighttime air is cool. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks inspect and tune up your furnace. protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 now to schedule.
Gambling too much? I'm Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Mary Haven, where we offer in-person, virtual, and group options. We're here for you no matter what, and that's a bet you can actually count on this football season. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Lindsay Honda clearance.
Factory authorized clearance on most Hondas in stock.
They'll go fast because Lindsay is offering 0% up to 60 months on every 2024 Honda in stock.
That's 0% up to a full 60 months.
It's Black Friday all month long as the clearance begins at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage and care you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan. You'll feel confident because you have plan options that fit your needs. You could have a plan with a $0 premium and even personalized care from a wide network of doctors, or all-in-one plans that may include medical and prescription coverage, as well as routine dental, vision, and hearing. When it comes to the benefits and support you need, Humana has Medicare Advantage plans made for your well-being and your wallet. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
The perfect Thanksgiving starts with a Meyer frozen turkey for just 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. Imagine that golden, crispy skin. Ooh, that sounds good.
Stick to the script, please.
Oh, right. Roasted to perfection with fresh rolls, creamy gravy, and a delicious sweet potato casserole. I love those little marshmallows. Sorry. Bring more good to Thanksgiving with a Meyer frozen turkey for 33 cents per pound with M-Perks. That is a good deal.
Limit 1. Exclusions apply. Discount automatically applied when you enter your M-Perks ID. See all deals in store or on the Meyer app.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sportsbook is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Uncomfortably talking about food.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This is Man and Bone.
You know, we have these promos that run that say it's almost Football Friday. It's Monday. When does that start running?
Yeah.
Saturday?
I don't know.
When are we not almost to Football Friday then, by that logic?
You know what, dude? It's we're living in a state of perpetual Football Fridays.
I guess we are.
It's Football Friday, and then every other day that's not Football Friday.
I mean, today's Reaction Monday.
Yeah, it is.
We should be promoting that.
I agree. It is Reaction Monday, but it's also getting us closer to Football Friday.
Okay.
Why do you hate Football Friday?
I don't
just
hate
out of
Football
curiosity.
Friday.
Teddy,
why are we
this?
promoting it on Monday?
Look at this vibe. I'm getting like a hating football vibe over here. I don't know what's going on. This is weird.
You know what else is weird? The way fish eats an apple. So I'm back there.
What did he do?
Well, like, you know, Torg used to eat the peanuts with the shells on them.
Oh, God.
Because he's a nutcase.
I forgot about that.
I didn't, because he choked on one during a segment one time. And I thought, well, that's the end of that. Now he's going to open up his nuts like a normal person.
Dude,
But he still does it.
Dude, you got peanuts in the shell? Why not?
But I'm watching fish eat an apple. He eats the core of the apple.
Does he really?
Yes, he gets in there.
Okay. I mean, does he
seeds, core?
Well, the seeds are just, people eat seeds. You can eat like a pumpkin seed, people
it creeps
cook
me out,
them
though,
and
because I
do
think
all
a
that stuff.
Little tree's going to grow in my abdomen.
You have hydrochloric acid.
I'm aware
right?
of it. I didn't say it made sense. It's the same reason why my mom can't turn on heated seats if it's raining. She thinks she's going to get electrocuted.
Wait, is that real? She doesn't do that?
It's real for her. It's not
no,
real.
No, I know it's not real for the thing. I'm saying she doesn't do that?
No, if she's damp in any way, like if it's raining or she'd turn the heated seats off.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to get electrocuted.
You won't. Yep.
I know. And I know an apple tree's not really going to grow in my stomach, but I have this visual that it's going to.
Yeah, all right. That's fair.
All right. What am I going to say? Ryan Day's on the prowl. So they got a commitment from a wide receiver, Jaden Ricketts. He's from Pataskala, Watkins Memorial. 6 feet, 187 pounds. This is class of 2026. He's a 3-star guy. He has offers out from pretty much every single MAC school, but apparently there was a recruiting camp where he performed well and impressed Brian Hartline. He got an offer. So he has committed. He is the second commit in the 2026 class, joining 5-star wide receiver Chris Henry Jr.
You know what? I like the idea that we're getting some local guys to be on the team. This is a 3-star wide receiver. Obviously, it doesn't, on paper he doesn't have the numbers or the measurables probably some of these other guys do.
Hartline's judgment at this point.
If Brian Hartline likes him, then I'm all about this.
I'm with you.
So let's go. And you said Reynoldsburg, right? Is that where he's from?
Pataskala.
Or Pataskala, my bad.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go, East Siders. Let's go.
Bad news. Ohio State had an edge rusher in the 2025 class decommit, Zahir Mathis. He is a 4-star guy from Pennsylvania, from Philadelphia. He committed to the Buckeyes back in January, but I guess took some official visits to Penn State over the summer. He is 6'6", 225. He says about Ohio State, they're still a top school for me. This is a life decision. Please respect my decision. All right, whatever.
Well, I respect it.
Okay, here's another little bit of news for you. 4-star 2025 running back Anthony Rogers, who was committed to Alabama, has decommitted. And Ohio State was hot and heavy on this guy, too. So there's thought that maybe he comes here. I don't know.
From what I was reading, it does look like the people who know this stuff are saying the inside track is for Ohio State now to get this guy.
Okay.
So, I can't really get too bummed about the guys you lose when you also, in the same story, are telling me that, we might get this other guy, though. I mean, obviously, different positions. You got to reload that defensive line. We know that that's an area of need for this team, I feel like. Not that it's bad, but I don't think we have had the stars on the defensive line the last couple of years like we've had previously. And I would hope that this year, as good as this defensive line is playing right now, I would like to see that continue into the next few years, and you got to be, landing those defensive line recruits, and I'm sure they are, but, we got to keep those numbers up. That all said, if you're not getting that defensive line recruit, you do get this running back. If he decides to come here, this 5-star guy, 4-star guy that just decommitted from Bama, great. We need the running backs, too. We obviously have a pretty strong pipeline there.
When is early signing day? Is it a couple weeks?
December 4th, I believe it starts.
I'm so confused by everything.
Dude, just know this. It's always Football Friday, and it's always recruiting season.
That's right.
You just got to know. It's always both of those
And for
things.
some reason, the transfer portal is always open.
Even though it's not. It's only open for 45 days or 30 days. It's always open.
I was also reminded, because this Anthony Rogers is a class of 2025 guy, so I was looking at the running back commits, Ohio State, for class of 2025. Isaiah West is a running back commit for that class. And we talked about it at the time, no relation whatsoever, but Bo Jackson.
Oh, yeah, right. He's not in any way related to Bo Jackson, but he goes by Bo Jackson,
That's
which
his
is
spirit animal.
That is a bold move. I'm just going to say that because I'm guessing I don't think his given name is Bo. That's a nickname he has assumed.
That's correct.
As a running back in wanting to play college football. That is a big deal.
Browns left tackle DeJuan Jones, former Buckeye, out for the season after breaking his leg.
Yeah.
So he's
you know what? That's all right. Browns have so many offensive line players that are healthy. It's really like, wow, you can lose a few. It's not like you've had injuries at that position pretty much all of the last 3 years, it feels like. And it just continues to be bad news there.
Season's over. Pack it in.
Yeah, well, we'll get there. Don't worry.
Buckeye hoops with a bad loss to Texas A&M. On Saturday, couldn't shoot. Outside shot was non-existent. They will host Evansville tomorrow night. Also, T-Bone hates Jake Diebler. Hates him.
I watched the game and I said, hey, they got a long way to go, but it's a long season, and that's a good thing, right? You got time to fix this.
That's right.
And then on Twitter, I had a bunch of people like, why do you hate Jake Diebler? And I was like, did I say I hated him? I said it's a long season.
It's your tone.
My tone
it's
was
your tone.
They ran out of the gym.
They did. It was not a good performance.
And that's okay.
From start to finish, it was not good.
Buckeye, look, listen, I want to be clear. I'm talking to the men's basketball fans at Ohio State right now. I know the women's team, like their fans, Buckeye women can go like win a game by 10, and the Buckeye women fans will be like, yeah, but this was wrong, this was bad, this sucks. Like they're like where Ohio State football fans are with that team. But when it comes to the men's team, been through a lot. I understand feelings are a little sensitivo, so here's what I'm telling you. I am rooting for Jake Diebler. 8 months ago, whenever the hire was made, I wasn't sure that that's the best candidate you could have got. However, he's here now. I want him to be successful.
Right, why do you hate him?
And I do think that losing to Texas A&M on the road
Listen to this guy. You hear
is
him?
not okay. It's not bad.
He hates you.
Just spewing hate.
It's not bad.
Spewing hate.
He was telling me back there how much he hates me.
Oh, my God, of course.
All I'm saying is you got a long time to sort this out this year. And if you lose now, but you win in the Big Ten, that's what I want to see. I want you to win in the Big Ten.
Fish is going to choke on his apple core. What are we doing here? NFL, Brownies, Bengals, goodness next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute delay if you're on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. And you should watch out for an accident that's blocking the right shoulder if you're traveling westbound 33 at Gender Road. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors, voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Hey, it's Anthony. Happy Honda Days are at Germain Honda of Dublin. Rich tells me they're going to help you celebrate your new vehicle with 0% APR up to 72 months on select 24 and 25 models with no payments for 90 days. And leases starting as low as $249 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin, where you'll get same-day service, no appointment necessary. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Strike now at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese 3-way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese 3-way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about season's free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular. spectacular. But why call it Seasons Free Things?
You know, Season's Greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that. It's Seasons Free Things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4-tire purchase.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. After suffering a loss in Montreal on Saturday, Blue Jackets try and get back on track. Skating in Boston against the Bruins tonight, 7 o'clock faceoff. Right here on The Fan. College football, a couple of head coaches who were shown the door today. UMass dismissed head coach Don Brown after 2+ seasons, and Tom Herman didn't even survive his second full season at Florida Atlantic. He was dismissed earlier today. The former Ohio State assistant, 2-8 with the Owls this year. Meanwhile, the weekly Monday night football game has the Houston Texans on the road facing the Dallas Cowboys. You can hear that game tonight on ESPN Columbus, and the Cincinnati Bengals have lost quarterback DJ Turner for the remainder of the season with a fractured clavicle. This update brought to you by Dormar Heating and Air Conditioning. Need an emergency repair? Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarheating.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The only thing better than watching football is talking about it. So we invented Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Off topic is on brand. This is Man and Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically their 12,000 square foot ESPN Bet Sportsbook. 2 huge walls of TVs, plus it's where all the action is. Don't sit on your couch. That's boring.
Yeah.
Go down to the casino where the energy is electric. You hear the boom, 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 boom. There's always stuff going on around you. You know what else they have at the casino?
What do they have?
They got a little free pop machine.
Yes, they do.
They got you have a little soda, soda poppy.
But I can tell you, they have Coke Zero.
See, this is what we're selling now. Come to the casino for the free pop.
I don't know if you've been to a lot of places, Mike. They're charging a lot for pop these days. So I'm just saying, you go to the casino, they got the free soda there. Go get that while you're enjoying your gambling.
You don't have to be a high roller.
No.
Just a penny slot. Get yourself a Coke.
That's where they're located by. They're located all around that area. And then you can bring them back in, sit down, have your drink, be watching your games.
I saw a stripper once named Penny Slots.
Your gal.
Yeah.
It's your gal.
You know what? Pass. Pass on her. Penny.
Was she asking you to make a decision?
Well, no. I mean, they're selling lap dances.
Well, okay.
You know, I'm just saying, if she offers, it's been about 20 years too, and she was rough then.
Well,
how are you, honey?
You know what I say?
You want us on a lap dance?
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, people named Penny. Just that's
I don't think that's her given name.
Different generation. No, it was from the Slots, the Slots family.
All right, must be. What are we advertising? Oh yes, Hollywood Casino Columbus and the Sportsbook, ESPN Bet Sportsbook inside. Go there now. My gal Penny Slots will be there to greet you.
Okay.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, before you get going on other things, I need to give a shout out to the OSU women's hockey team. Not the only one I'm going to give a shout out to. Give me a second. OSU women's hockey team. We went and watched them play number 1 ranked Wisconsin. Ohio State is ranked number 2 this year. Wisconsin undefeated this year until they ran into the Scarlet and Gray on Saturday. Buckeyes beat them 3-2. And I'm not just saying this because I was there. Like, genuinely one of the most exciting hockey games I've ever watched. It was just back and forth. Buckeyes won on a shorthanded goal where Wisconsin had been peppering the net. They were on a power play, and puck leaked out. And all you see is one Ohio State player streaking down the ice at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. The whole crowd is realizing at the same time, oh, this could be it. And then she goes down, fires it home, ended up being the winning goal. Just a fun day out there. So we watched that. I also know the men's soccer team at Ohio State, they won their Big Ten championship, if I'm not mistaken. They won the tournament.
Nice.
So congrats to them on that. Did that in front of, I want to say, like 9,000 people out at Jesse Owens. So that's cool. The women's soccer team at Ohio State also, I believe, won their tournament game, like NCAA tournament.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
What a day. What a weekend.
Women's basketball last night came back, won their game against Belmont. Only team that didn't win for Ohio State this weekend feels like the men's basketball team. Hey, anyway, yeah, let's go.
Why do you hate Jake Diebler?
I don't hate him.
What's the matter with you?
I was just being factual.
You didn't have to bring that up. Embrace the good.
I was pointing out that everybody won. Pretty much everybody won except for one team. But everybody else won.
Right. Also, congratulations to Penny Slots. Penny Slots.
Your gal.
Browns lose to the Saints. I don't know.
Why are we starting with this?
I don't know. Well,
crap.
Because I just want to get it out of the way.
All right, that's fine.
I will say this.
That also feels like what the entirety of the Browns team wants to do with this season. Just get it out of the way.
Flush down the toilet. Yeah. That's fine. Taysom Hill, your favorite guy.
Oh, yeah.
230 all-purpose yards. I'll tell you something about Taysom Hill. He is one of the few guys that turns me into John Gruden. No, not a racist guy who sends weird emails.
Let's hope not, yeah.
But when John Gruden was an analyst on Monday Night Football, he was famous for just picking out a guy and say, but this guy, dang, Sansenbacher, my God, look at this guy. He's a football player. He can do it all. But with Taysom Hill, I watched this guy. He's better than Jim Thorpe. I'm telling you.
Dude,
he's a renaissance man.
I'll tell you, when he has his A game, sure, he can be as good as anyone.
Why, are you going to crap on him now?
Yes.
Does he know John Diebler? Or Jake Diebler, I mean. You also hate John Diebler.
I don't hate either of the Dieblers. I love the Dieblers. Let's go Deebs. All I'm saying is, when it comes to Taysom Hill, do you remember during the panorama when we were all working at home? Remember that pandemic time?
No, I blocked it out.
Okay. We were working at home. I distinctly remember this. Because I was sitting in my basement talking to you guys on the connection, and we had a story in the prep where someone said, Taysom Hill, prepare for the next Lamar Jackson.
Well, that's stupid.
I know.
Right, that person is stupid. That's not on Taysom Hill. He never should have been a starting quarterback. He is what he is.
I know.
He's Jim Thorpe.
But they're going to name a town after him when he dies.
That's right, Taysom Hill, Pennsylvania. Kick that Jim Thorpe right out.
His widow's going to go to whatever town and say, would you name your town Taysom Hill? If so, I'll bury him here, and it will be a tourist attraction.
Buy your Christmas trees from Taysom Hill.
Sure. There you go.
Or his brother, Balsam Hill.
I'm more of a fan of his other brother, One Tree. My guy.
Oh, One Tree Hill. Good show. I was an extra on that show.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
No.
Yeah, I took a trip to Wilmington, North Carolina, where they filmed it.
Okay, that's right.
And I was an extra.
I forgot that was the show you did that.
That was my budding acting career.
Budding.
They asked me to come back and do a whole story arc. I said, I got to come back to work. I got T-bone.
I don't think they did. Can we get back to, Taysom Hill was great yesterday.
You want to get back to the Browns and how they suck? Go ahead.
Well, there's one particular aspect of this game that has to be discussed, and that is the fact that the Browns have in Dustin Hopkins a guy who can no longer kick a football. So you have to deal with that. Now, again, it doesn't matter because you're not going anywhere, but this guy missed, at one point, he missed like a 31-yarder, and then they got a penalty. The Saints did. He missed it, but the Saints got a penalty. So they got to do it again, and he missed it again from even closer. So what I'm saying is the pressure for him was too much in this game where he is playing for the Browns and he is playing the Saints. These are two crappy teams on the road, sure, but this is the pressure that he couldn't handle. Imagine if the Browns were good and you needed him to go out there and kick field goal for something that mattered.
Well, he'd be fine.
No, he wouldn't be.
He would. It's like a closer coming into a blowout game.
No.
There's no adrenaline. There's no rush.
Except they were losing this game, and they've lost almost every game.
He knows the season's over.
By the way,
he's already golfing.
I love this, too. Cleveland.com yesterday had a little article that got published, I want to say. It was like I feel like it was before the game, where he said he thinks he's figured out some of what the issues were, and he hopefully can correct them. And then he had that game.
Well,
so I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess he hasn't. Because he hasn't figured it out. Is what I'm going to guess.
That's the least of your problems.
I know
the field goal kicker.
Well, it is one of the problems, though. It's very bad.
I understand that. That's the least of your problems.
What's the bigger problem, Mike?
The fact that your team sucks. You gave contract extensions to the architects of this crappy
that's
team.
Fine. That's fair, but that's already we already discussed that many times. Just looking for a new thing to discuss about how crappy the Browns are.
4th and 1 where they handed the ball off to Nick Chubb and he just got nothing.
Yeah.
When was that in that game? Second quarter?
I
don't
feel
know.
like it all ran together for me at some point.
Could they have telegraphed that run a little bit more?
Dude, I don't understand what the plan is with this Browns offense. I understand that Jameis Winston does not give you much to go off of as an offensive play caller because you can dial up plays where guys are open and then he just – I mean, how many times you see him airmailing guys who had like NFL open written all over him and he's just throwing it 10 yards over their head?
Backup quarterback.
I know, but at one time he was a guy who threw for 4,000 yards and you thought, all right, maybe there's a little something here.
He was also a guy who threw 30 picks.
I know.
There's a reason why.
30 picks and 30 touchdowns. That's the 30 for 30 they need to do a 30 for 30 on. How does this happen?
Remember, though, when he got LASIK surgery and says, I'm fine now, I can see?
Yeah,
that was the problem before. I
don't know that it actually worked. He needs to go back and get that reversed.
All right, Bengals.
Just put the divots back into his cornea or whatever.
Bengals lose a tough one to the Chargers. They were down big at the half. What was it, 27-6, whatever the hell it was. They come storming back, tie the game up at 27, only to lose. Look, it was a nice comeback. There's nice stats on the line. T. Higgins back in the lineup certainly mattered. You know, Joe Burrow is leading the world in passing yards. That's great. The reality is you've put yourself in a position where you can't afford to lose games, right? Chris Collinsworth last night, who I generally don't have a problem with, but sometimes I don't think he understands the big picture. Mm-hmm. Where he says, I tell you, regardless of what happens, you can't take this away from the Bengals tonight. Yes, you can, Chris.
They're 4-7 because of them not getting it done. What are you talking about?
That was a nice comeback last night. We're done with moral victories now, and this is a good step for next week. You need to win these games. You got a situation where Zach Taylor and Hendrickson are yelling at each other.
I don't blame you. Blame Trey Henderson at all? I don't.
But you got Jamar Chase after the game saying, I don't know how to finish these games. Ask the coach. This is close to implosion. It's nice they came back and made this a game. They still lost the game.
That also negates. It's not like they started the game off with like in Formula One. Sometimes your team gets a penalty and they just put you back further in the grid and you have to make it up, even if that's not your fault. They started this game 0-0. It's not like they started out being down 3 touchdowns and then they had to overcome this unfair penalty on them. They got themselves into a 3-touchdown hole and then found their way back. Yes, that was great. But in many ways, that's the stupidest way to have a loss because now you had everybody fighting for their lives to get back into this game. That was nice to see the fight, only to then have what? You got demoralized.
Yeah, the result's the same. You lost.
Also, your guy can't kick field goals now all of a sudden. What happened with that? Wasn't McPherson the guy they drafted in the 4th round? Didn't they take him trying to get a kicker? That's not the only reason you lost. The reason you lost is because your defense is trash. It's been trash all year, but also maybe we could talk about a little bit how when it comes to crunch time, your head coach, if he sees that you are tied or even have a slim lead, what he is going to do without fail is call plays that allow you to be really successful between the 20-yard lines. And then once you get near that 20-yard line, it's time to just pack it in and pretend like we're playing like a wing tee or something because we don't want to risk losing the 3 points. We don't want to do that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because as bad as that was last night with Zach Taylor, and he frustrates the hell out of me, Matt Eberflus says, hold my beer. We're going to talk about the rest of the NFL stupidity coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You can expect some slower traffic if you're traveling on southbound 315 between 670 and Town Street. And we also have a slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.9 97.1, The Fan. Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
At $179 million in total cash prizes.
Mom, what are you doing?
Mix in 3 parts bills, bonus boxes, and multipliers.
Is this some kind of recipe?
Gradually stir in a ton of excitement.
Oh, you're trying to make Ohio Lottery holiday scratch-offs, aren't you? Stop overcomplicating things. Just go buy all your favorites like Holiday Cash, Holiday Lucky Times 10, and Merry Money.
Oh, that is easier.
Uh-huh.
Now help sift non-winning tickets into My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win.
Play Holiday Scratch-Offs. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
The reality of addiction in Central Ohio goes beyond drugs.
You know, the new human trafficker is a drug trafficker.
A vicious cycle with people selling their bodies to feed their addiction.
We know we can't arrest our way out of these issues.
10 TV is seeking solutions with city and community leaders to see what can be done to break the cycle.
Caring about people means investing in people, and it also means investing in the people that care for people.
10 investigates tonight on 10 TV News at 6 and streaming on 10 TV Plus.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips. Yeah, baby. Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
What a great show.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune. Weeknights at 7:30 on 10 TV.
A quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. It's football season. That means it's time for wings, right? Flaps, drums, however you like to get them. I like my wings with a nice dip. And that's why I love Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dip. These are delicious dips for your wings, for your veggies, for your chips, whatever you like to dip them in. For me, it's the wings. For you, the possibilities are endless. As good as homemade dip, plus real herbs and spices and ingredients you'll find in your own kitchen. Check out Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dips wherever you buy your groceries. Get them today.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. Share all the holiday joy this season with the convenient shipping and enhanced network of the United States Postal Service. Visit USPS.com/holidayride.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, light winds and mild on this Monday. Temperatures in the low 60s, down to the low 50s overnight with mostly cloudy skies and a couple showers by morning. A few mid-morning through early afternoon showers, otherwise mostly cloudy, windy, and warmer by Tuesday afternoon with highs in the low 60s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Today's special value is 3 hours of stupid. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you've tuned in. Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. It is Yikes Monday. It's Reaction Monday. We react to the Buckeyes and the rest of college football. We react to the Browns and how they suck. Bengals, how they piss one away. And my football team. We changed offensive coordinators this week. However, your head coach, Matt Eberflus, is still an idiot. Playing the Packers yesterday, opportunity to snap a 10-game losing streak against the Green Bay Packers. And really, it goes back to 1992, this miserable stretch, because that's when Brett Favre took over.
Yeah, and between Favre and Aaron Rodgers, the Packers have pretty much had the Bears' number almost every year since that time.
Think about this for a second. As miserable as it was for Ohio State fans in the 90s against Michigan, right?
Yeah.
You thought you had good teams. You just couldn't get over the hump against Michigan. Frustrating as hell. But that came to an end after, 8-9 years of stupidity.
And there were a few wins sprinkled in there, too. Not many. There were 2 of them. But, yeah, you had a couple wins. And then you're right. After that, Tressel got here, and it all went a little bit differently from then on.
The Bears, outside from a couple, wins here and there, have never meaningfully got over the hump against Green Bay since the early 90s. Think about that for a second.
God.
The early 90s. All right. So, Bears driving down the field, down by a point. They try a 46-yard field goal, which winds up getting blocked. Bears lose the game. Packers win 11 in a row. Matt Eberflus and his offensive geniuses decide to let the clock run down with 35 seconds left to go on the clock. Downs to be had. Packers had no timeout to stop the clock. Bears had 1. They could have run some more plays, try and get the ball down closer so it's even more of a chip shot field goal. But did they do that, Bone?
No.
They just let the clock run down. Who needs the extra time? 46 yards, right where we need it to be. Mm-hmm. And, of course, now we know it doesn't work out. But even at the time, I'm yelling at my TV. It makes absolutely no sense how you have – this isn't 4th down or even a 3rd down where you're saying to yourself, man, I want to give myself 2 opportunities to snap this ball.
Right.
Because if we have a bad snap on the field goal, I want to be able to fall on it and then try it again. On 4th down.
It was second and 8.
It's second down with 35 seconds left to go, and you got a timeout in your hip pocket. And instead, you just let it run all the way down to 3 seconds and kick your field goal, which you ultimately miss. Now, if it were me, I'm sure Matt Eberflus was sick to his stomach because that's his job. But then he sits there in the post-game press conference and doubles down on his stupidity. Here's what he says. We felt good in terms of where the kick line was. The wind was not a factor today. Cairo has made a bunch of those kicks inside that range. We feel confident in Cairo and confident in our operation there. They were loading the box there. You could say, well, we could do that for sure. Maybe we get a couple more yards, but you're also going to risk fumbling and the different things there. You could risk fumbling on every single play. What are we talking about here?
The idea that, well, and this is where I get so annoyed with these NFL coaches who are like, yeah, basically 45, 46 yards and 40 yards, that's the same thing. I saw a stat. I don't know how true it is, but I believe it to be true. The internet is telling me it's true. I'm going to go with it. That Cairo Santos, while he's been with the Bears, is 71 of 71 on field goals inside 40 yards. This was a field goal, obviously, close to that range. Like he said, I'm sure his numbers for 46 yards and in are probably still pretty good, but he was perfect from 40 yards and in. Wouldn't it? You had time. You're not even guaranteed that you're going to get the yardage, right? But it's the idea that you didn't even try once to get a few more yards because you just decided, this is within his range, so let's just run the clock down and kick it. That is, I don't understand
the other thing you do?
Being so afraid of playing football and instead just saying, oh, we got 35 seconds left, let's just kick this thing. This not a chip shot from 46 yards, clearly. But nowadays, people act like it is. It's not.
Whether it works, whether it doesn't work, I don't know. But people still do it. Opposing teams will call timeouts to try and ice the kicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to go out there and kick this field goal, but I want to give you an extra minute to think about it. But what Matt Eberflus essentially did when he let 35 seconds run off the clock is ice his own kicker. The Packers did not have a timeout to ice the kicker. Instead now, Cairo Santos is watching this time whittle away, knowing he's going to be the guy to take this kick from that spot. He's thinking about it. Clock time, 35 seconds. Real time, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Once you factor in the timeout that he had to sit through to go then try and make this kick on a second down, which was unnecessary.
Well, it speaks to his decision-making. I don't understand this logic. Again, call me a simple, stupid caveman. Maybe I am, but if you are closer to the thing you're trying to get to, that makes it easier to get the thing.
You may fumble.
Yeah.
Or a comet hits the stadium. Something else bad could happen. So let's just cut our losses, get out of here with a 46-yard field goal attempt.
I guess by that logic, too, then why don't you – okay, let me ask you this. Let's say you had 35 seconds left and you were down by a touchdown, right? And all you needed was just to score the touchdown and you win the game. Well, why run any more plays? Why not just let the clock go down to about 5 seconds, call your timeout, and then do your Hail Mary? Because, if you ran other plays, you might fumble on those plays too.
Or you get sacked.
Or you get sacked and you lose yardage. So why not, if you think, hey, man, we're at the 40-yard line, that's a decent, my guy can make that throw all day. I got plays for 40 yards, I'm good. Then why wouldn't you just do it there? Same thing. The idea that, well, we're kicking a field goal, so it kind of doesn't matter where he is. As long as he's inside a certain range, get him as close as possible, make it easier. Again, when a guy tips a field goal, that means it was just a little bit of a shallow angle, and the Packers made a good play there. Maybe if you're 5 or 10 yards closer, your field goal kicker is less likely to kick it at such a short angle. I understand that it's his job to make these kicks. What was it, 46-yard kick?
Yeah.
That's a plenty makeable kick for a guy in the NFL, and I don't blame anyone who's saying kicker should do his job and make that.
No, I know, make the kick. I'm not saying you shouldn't make the kick.
But also, just like you could say that with a quarterback, well, hey, man, make your throws. Give your quarterback a chance to make the best plays. Give your defense the best chance to win. Give your kicker the best opportunity to make that kick. And for a coach to just say, it kind of doesn't matter wherever we had it. We felt like we were in the range. Well, why not try to get the most yardage you could? And how do you know your play, by the way, something doesn't break down and you don't get just 5 or 10 yards? Maybe you go and get a score and you actually go ahead in the game.
They were stacking the box, Bone. What are you going to do?
Yeah, because we've never seen a play happen where someone's stacking the box, someone misses a tackle, then everyone is just jammed into that box, and they can't get around to the edge.
Because you got 35 seconds on the clock, it's second down and a timeout in your hip pocket. Perhaps you have a little slant pass to DJ Moore or something.
Oh.
He runs in the end zone or picks up 20. God forbid. All right, I hate my team.
I'm sorry.
Hate my team. Yikes is coming up next. Why am I singing? I'm delusional. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slower traffic on southbound 270 on the east outer belt from Livingston Avenue to I-70, and expect a couple minutes slowdown on eastbound 33 between 270 Southeast and E. Bright Road. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Get matched with your perfect bed and save up to $700 on a wide selection of quality mattresses. Plus, score a free adjustable base with a qualifying purchase. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU.
The perfect low-rate card for your wallet.
Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry this holiday season from the biggest retailers and best brands, all while earning you free gas and groceries. Stop in our stores for bonus perk offers on gift cards. Give the gift everyone wants and get a little something for yourself, too. The holidays are magical at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Bishop and Friends.
Just let your guys go. You've got better talent. Keep it simple, play the base stuff, and let your talent fly.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Need a new health insurance plan? Don't feel like you have to search for one on your own. There's Health Markets. When you visit healthmarkets.com, you can speak with a licensed insurance agent in your area and get personalized recommendations. With Health Markets, you can feel confident you're choosing a health insurance plan that fits your needs and your budget. See how easy it can be to search for your next health insurance plan with healthmarkets.com. Visit healthmarkets.com today. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
If it sounds like you've got a screeching pterodactyl in your garage, you don't. Your garage door just sucks. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we fix crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. At deluxedoorsystems.com.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. It's football season. That means it's time for wings, right? Flaps, drums, however you like to get them. I like my wings with a nice dip. And that's why I love Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dip. These are delicious dips for your wings, for your veggies, for your chips, whatever you like to dip them in. For me, it's the wings. For you, the possibilities are endless. As good as homemade dip, plus real herbs and spices and ingredients you'll find in your own kitchen. Check out Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dips wherever you buy your groceries. Get them today.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
My naked YouTube show, Common Man's Basement, will be returning this week, but not on Friday, Wednesday. A special Wednesday, 8 p.m. edition of Common Man's Basement on the YouTube. Search for it. It's not naked. Maybe it will be.
No, you will be. It's a Wet Yourself Wednesday where you will actually be, you will be so drunk, you will have a little accident.
Okay. Yikes. Hey, the Lions, they've never won a Super Bowl. They've never played in a Super Bowl, but you'll be happy to know that for the first time in franchise history, they're the betting favorites to win the Super Bowl. Yikes. They vary from plus 350 to plus 420, depending on which site you're looking at. They're 9-1 on the season. They have a plus 159 point differential. Yikes. 3 other teams have never played in a Super Bowl. They are the Jags, the Texans, and your
who?
Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah, buddy, I know. Usually when you talk about an accident at an auto racing event, you're talking about something that happens on the track. However, a single-engine Piper PA-32 airplane crashed into an RV lot at Pomona Raceway during the NHRA finals there on Sunday. Action on the track, of course, not being the most exciting thing when that's going on. The pilot and 3 passengers suffered non-life-threatening injuries, so that's good. They all lived, and the championship finale had to be paused as emergency services responded to the downed plane. But imagine that. You come home from the race, and maybe someone you know is like, hey, you go to that drag race, how'd it go? And it's like, well, there was a big crash. Oh, who was it? A plane. A plane hit the parking lot. But thankfully, everybody was okay. Still, yikes.
The Buckeyes, they'll be hosting Indiana on Saturday, of course. It's a battle of top 5 teams. This will be the first ever top 5 matchup for the Hoosiers. Yikes. This will obviously not be the first top 5 matchup for the Buckeyes. In fact, it's the 3rd top 5 matchup of the season so far for the Buckeyes. Yikes.
Well, to have dueling top 5 matchups, Teddy, you both have to be in the top 5. So Indiana's opponents have probably held up that end of the bargain pretty well. It's not their fault.
The Jets are 3-8 and bad. Aaron Rodgers is old and bad. The Jets have drafted many a quarterback that ended up being a bust for the franchise. 2 of them were Sam Darnold, who's been reborn with the Vikings, and Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's winning percentage with the Jets, .364. Yikes. Sam Darnold's winning percentage with the Jets, .342. Yikes. But those all look great when compared to the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers. His winning percentage with the Jets, .273.
Yikes is right. UNLV defeated San Diego State in football 41-20 this past week, and they play those games at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas where the Raiders play. 30,000 people were there to watch. One of those people rented a suite to watch the game. He decided to buy some food. And according to Bill Krakenberger, a Vegas gambling insider who tweeted this out, his friend was the guy who rented this suite. He took a picture of the bill. The food they ordered at Allegiant Stadium in the suite was about 20 chicken tenders, 1 order of chicken tenders for the suite, and a large pepperoni pizza. Total bill for those 2 items, $653. Yikes! The pizza, according to the receipt, the pizza was $300. Yikes.
What the hell kind of pizza was this?
The chicken tenders were $190. Yikes. There was also a $112 administrative fee, whatever that means. I don't care if you're in a suite. It is unhinged to charge people that amount of money for that type of food. That is insanity to me. I would never go back if I was this person. I paid all that money for a suite and then I got that. Yikes.
Okay. The Tennessee, they were visiting Georgia on Saturday night, and the Volunteers, they were feeling a little bit chilly on the sideline. The temperature, it had dropped to a frigid 55 degrees. Oh, yikes.
How will they survive?
They got the heaters.
The Tennessee players, they were all huddled up around the heated benches to stay warm, and it was because not all of them were working properly. So they were all huddled around one of them that was working to try to stay warm. Yikes. Can you imagine if they must travel north for a playoff game in December? Yikes.
Oh, my gosh. I hope so. Can't wait to see it if that happens.
Tom Herman got fired at Florida Atlantic today. He was 6-16 during his tenure at the school. He was Urban's offensive coordinator when the Buckeyes beat Oregon for the title. Since then, he's had the head job at University of Houston, where he stayed there for 2 seasons, and moved on to Texas. He was ultimately fired after 4 seasons. He was an offensive analyst with the Chicago Bears in 2021 before being fired there. He took a few years off. The rumblings about Tom Herman over the years is that he's smart, and he'll tell you about how smart he is. He's also super annoying, and no one wants to work with him. Florida Atlantic gave him a shot to be the head man at their program, and he's gone before year 2 is finished. Yikes. Tom Herman is also known for calling into sports radio shows that talk about him. So, Tommy, We're ready for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yikes.
A city killer asteroid the size of the Empire State Building is still a potential threat to Earth in 2029, according to new simulations. Asteroid 99942, which is also known as Adophis. It is a asteroid that is 1,200 feet wide, larger than 90% of the asteroids that are out there. It orbits the sun about once a year, every 324 days, comes close to the Earth roughly every decade. Astronomers gave it a 2.7% chance of a direct hit when they first discovered it in 2004. The course it is on, it appears to show there is a small chance it could hit the Earth in either 2068, 2036, or, most important to most of us, 2029. And the weird thing is, they say April 13th, 2029, that's the date it could make landfall with the Earth. They also said in 2027, they're going to lose track of it because it will be in the around the sun.
That does not sound good.
And they said they'll have to wait till it gets around the sun to see it again, to see if, as it was traveling around its orbit, if it bumped into anything that knocked it off its axis a little bit, that could put it on a collision course with Earth. So
thanks, Bone.
Anyway, happy Monday. Yikes.
I know where it's going to hit if it does hit.
Where's that?
Washington.
Why?
Adolphus, Washington.
Wow. That's
the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm so glad you said it. That's good.
All right. Nebraska, they lost another game and remained just one win away from being bowl eligible. Yikes. The Cornhuskers, they're 0-8 in their last 2 years after getting their 5th win and needing one more win for bowl eligibility. Yikes. The last time Nebraska was able to win its 6th game of the season, that was October 15th of 2016. Yikes.
Let's do a little experiment.
Okay.
Nebraska, just awful. You know who really hates Nebraska? Adam Rittenberg.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Adam Rittenberg is offended by Nebraska.
Well, because he remembers when Nebraska was Nebraska, and they've not done that for a very long time.
Dylan Raiola, who at once upon a time was the number one quarterback in his class, and he was committed here. He decommitted, went to Nebraska. Pappy played football there. Fine. But the scuttlebutt is, they don't know if he's going to be back next year. This is the world of college football that we live in, where you hit that portal, especially if things are not going well for you. He is a true freshman. However, they have him running an offense where he's throwing like 2-yard passes all the time. 2-yard screen passes. I don't know if he's not any good. I don't know if he's not being nurtured. I don't know if in a different system it would make a difference. Here's my long-winded question to you. Do you want to make a play for him during the offseason?
Well, I don't think that would be a bad idea at all. And say, would you like to run an offense that actually lets you throw the ball down the field?
You had him once before.
Yeah, I think the reality would come down to he's not in a position where it's going to be he necessarily is the most sought after. I think it's more of if Ohio State sees something in him that they think they're not doing right by him at Nebraska, this is the risk you make, right? He goes there, plays as a true freshman, doesn't look tremendous, right? He's got his ups, but he's definitely got his downs. And that's where I think now maybe the transfer portal, it's still going to be there. People are going to want him. He may not want to go. He may want to stay there and have the legacy thing with his dad, all that stuff. But reality is it's now people have seen you play as a true freshman, and the returns were not immediately awesome. So now that portal may be just a little bit not as lucrative as it used to be.
We had other drama in the NFL world yesterday. We'll discuss coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. Traffic is also slow on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Jerry.
Here's something that ECO stands for that you did not see coming.
Okay.
Echocardiogram.
I did not see that coming.
Get ECO.
ECO. Most people think if they call someone about their furnace or heat pump, some unscrupulous salesman is going to pressure them to buy a whole new unit, even if their old one could be repaired and give them years more service.
Get ECO.
ECO. Your heart starts racing and you're sweating and breathing funny, and your echocardiogram just goes nuts.
I'll say.
As the guy who invented those hospital wristbands that always stick to your arm hair, I know a thing or two about echocardiograms.
Get ECO.
ECO. But call ECO, and our team will explain all your options, what you can fix, how much it costs, and how that compares to a whole new system.
And your echocardiogram?
Nice and flat. I mean flat-ter. Actually, flat is bad. Don't worry, they didn't let me invent any of the medical stuff.
Get ECO.
ECO. ECO plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it seasons free things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's seasons free things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every Ford tire purchase.
It's Monday Night Football on ESPN Columbus and the Fans HD2. Catch the Texans and Cowboys from Jerry's World. Live coverage starts Thursday at 7:30.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Your radio home of the NFL, The Fan.
Scotty Vegas here, and let's talk about turning back the clock, really turning it back. Awaken 180 Golden has always been a game changer for weight loss for those ages 60 and over, but now we're talking age reversal, both body and mind. Feeling like you did 10, even 20 years ago. Feel sharper, more agile, stronger, and mentally on top of your game. How? In addition to fast, proven weight loss for those over 60, Awaken 180 Golden now includes sleep coaching, falling asleep quicker, staying asleep, daily meal plans, yes, the simplicity, and most importantly, natural supplements designed to promote brain age and physical age reversal. It's a full reboot to improve your memory, clarity, energy, and yes, weight loss. Awaken 180 Golden isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling incredible on the inside too. Learn how Awaken 180 Golden can turn back the clock for you. Put more life back in your life with the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Get a big deal on big packs of Kroger brand red, green, black, or tricolor seedless grapes. 3-pound containers are $3.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
If your garage door's been up since Doc and Marty McFly hit the big screen, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've been transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
Hey, Fish just popped his head in here. He had 2 things to say.
Okay.
The first thing was the show sucks today, which tells me something I don't know.
He's not wrong.
The second thing is we apparently have 4 extra tickets for Buckeye basketball against Evansville tomorrow night.
Okay.
And they're burning a hole in our pocket, and we want to give them away to listeners that can go and appreciate the game.
Nice.
I just have to figure out a way to do it. How should we give them away?
I would have thought you already had that planned out.
No, this is what I do. I have no original thought or ideas, so I come on the air and flush it out.
I mean, one way, now this is just, I'm just going to throw out the obvious, is you could just say, caller number whatever.
No, I don't want to do that. I do that all the time.
Okay.
It's easy.
Okay.
How about we make it hard? I mean, this is such an in-demand ticket, Ohio State and Evansville.
Let's make people jump through a million hoops to get tickets to this game.
Yes, exactly. How about if you're listening to this right now, you storm into your boss's office and quit. That'll show me how dedicated you are and how much you want these tickets.
But only one of you is going to win, so the rest of you will just be jobless.
Well, the first person to quit.
Well, yeah, first person to, and then what do you have to do once you're the first person to quit? Call in and let us know.
Yeah.
So then how do you win? If Ted's like, oh, man, you won. And then he gets another call. It's like, hey, I just quit my job. I was a successful physician, and the name of my practice is, I'm gone now. And it's just like, well, sorry, that's over.
Teddy, how you want to give him away? Teddy doesn't like my idea.
I'm doing good, Mike. Wait, what was the question?
How do you want to give these tickets away?
Teddy, I already suggested.
Through the Twitterverse?
Name a number. Ooh, I like that.
Twitter? YouTube chat?
But how YouTube chat's always tough because we can't, people can't, there's no way to, contact these people.
Sure there is. The same idiots in there all the time. Teddy can just pick one that he already knows.
I know. Okay. That's not ideal either. No, you got to give everyone a chance. If you're not on the YouTube chat, you got to give people a chance to do it some other way.
Okay, all right. How about this? Twitter.
You get the burner phone, too.
Oh, you got the burner phone. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what do you want? You want to do burner phone or Twitter?
Well, what do you want them to send to win?
Yeah, how do they...
A picture of your bare ass.
No. Mike Tyson has already won. Yes. Mike Tyson's ass already won.
You know what I take special pride in?
What's that?
The fact that we've gotten through almost 2 hours of this show, we have not mentioned that fight once.
I know we haven't.
I take special pride in that.
I'm sorry for bringing it up, quite honestly. All right. I say it's text the burner phone, and we text something related to either basketball or Ohio State is where I'm heading with this.
All right, how about this? Text the burner phone if you want the tickets. We'll pick somebody at random. Thank you. 614-787-3093. If you're asking, are they good seats? I have no idea. I'm going to guess no, but I don't know. I'm not going to overpromise.
Well,
look, if I say no and then you're on the floor, you're pleasantly surprised.
But it comes with a $300 pizza.
No, it does not. Don't promise that now.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No.
Now, can I tell you, if they put you up in the nosebleeds for the, why would they even have the upper deck open for this game? Come on.
I don't know.
You're going.
I'm going to say they're floor seats.
I hope.
They're floor seats. You'll be close enough.
You can't say that either.
No, I can't say that.
You'll be close enough to swear at Jake Diebler.
Why would you do that? He's just in his first year. You got to give him time to learn how to do this. It's fine. This is a process. We're working through it. So just text 4 on the floor to 614-787-3093.
All right, football yesterday.
Your chance to win whatever these tickets are.
Lions beat the Jags 52-6.
Competitive game.
52-6.
What a tremendous effort there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great to see.
Anthony Richardson's back for the Colts. They beat the Jets.
I know,
God, the Jets. My God.
I mean, both these teams are awful, but at least one of them won the game. The Jets are not that team. Gross.
Steelers are 8-2 after beating the Ravens.
Can I tell you, my body can't physically handle these Steelers-Ravens games anymore because of this reason. One, I hate the Ravens. They used to be the Browns. They no longer are. I don't want them to be successful, but I don't want to see the Steelers win. So I'm just watching this game going, I don't even know how to feel.
You all right?
I have to cough.
Well, go ahead. I'm going to be as quiet as I can.
I just ran out of air. I needed to take a moment.
You didn't sound like you were done.
Do you see how my body reacted when I even tried to bring up this game? So I'm flipping between this and the Browns game, and I'm trying to keep tabs on both, and I keep seeing that Steelers kicked another field goal. All Lamar Jackson has to do is go down there and score a touchdown.
No.
And then I'm going, why do I want any of that? I don't want the Ravens to win, but I also don't want the Steelers to win.
More sickening?
I hate this whole game.
It's the fact that Steeler fan Jen Winters is probably at home hating this 8-2 team. I wish Justin Fields was my starting quarterback. Your team's 8-2.
I don't care. How many teams have we watched? I have to imagine, like, as a Browns fan, it's annoying to me to watch the Steelers yet again, who are like, we don't even know who our quarterback is, but we're 8-2. And then for the Bengals fans, it's got to be even more mystifying, where they're like, they have a record-setting level quarterback in Joe Burrow. They have a ridiculous wide receiver. They have one of the best defensive ends in the NFL. And then they are sitting there at 4-7 going, we score 30 points a game and we can't win. And the Steelers are like, we don't even know what a touchdown looks like anymore, but we just beat the Ravens and we're 8-2.
Meanwhile, I don't have to remind you how much money you're paying out, Browns fan, to quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know.
Over the foreseeable future, but the Steelers find themselves in a position with, well, all right, which quarterback that is making $5 on our roster should we throw in there this week?
They can literally go out this offseason and go give someone a Deshaun Watson level contract if they want to.
They won't.
No,
they're not stupid.
They won't, but I'm saying they haven't even done that, and they're 8-2. And I understand that once they get to the playoffs, I would think you can't just kick field goals and beat the Bills or the Chiefs or any other teams you got to go through. But
speaking of
who
that,
knows?
Bills hand the Chiefs their first loss of the season. 49ers lose at home to the Seahawks. I hate them. They're dead to me. They lost all my money.
The Niners, they lost it for you, but you shouldn't have bet on them. Should have known
They
better.
had it all coming together.
Should have known better. That's what I said.
Richard Marks, be quiet. They had it all coming together. Playing at home, back-to-back victories for the first time this season. Seahawks have been down.
Meanwhile, these are two 5-5 teams. Let's just put it where it is, right? Niners, Seahawks
This was the SEC.
are 5-5 teams.
Just crown their asses.
What? I don't even know what they're looking for out here. We're 5-5. What more do they want?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What should we do next?
I don't know. Not suck?
Oh, you know what? I want to talk about something good.
Okay.
Tell me something good. T-Bone is very excited about something. And it's not Jake Diebler. He still hates Jake Diebler.
No, I love Jake
very excited about something else.
I'm ready for the Diebler era.
We'll talk about it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Slow traffic has a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. And you're looking at a 10-minute slowdown on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Diamond Seller's Holiday Gala is back, and this year we're giving you a chance to win your wish list. Visit us in the weeks leading up to the gala to create a wish list of your dream pieces. Then, from December 5th through the 7th, join us in-store where you could win an item off your list. With up to 25% off select designer brands, exclusive holiday gifts, and the magic of the season, this is our biggest event of the year. Don't miss the Diamond Seller Holiday Gala, December 5th through 7th on Selmo Road. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The holidays are here, and let's face it, it's easy to put on a few extra pounds between the parties, the food, and the stress. But this year, do something different and try semaglutide from Affinity Whole Health. Semaglutide is a game changer for weight loss. It'll help curb cravings and keep your energy up so you can tackle the holidays with ease. If you're thinking about TRT or already on it, they work together for amazing results. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Lindsay Honda clearance.
Factory authorized clearance on most Hondas in stock.
They'll go fast because Lindsay is offering 0% up to 60 months on every 2024 Honda in stock.
That's 0% up to a full 60 months.
It's Black Friday all month long as the clearance begins at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Is your business generating over $1 million a year in revenue? If your financial advisory team isn't keeping pace, maybe it's time for a change. Here's Brad Hennebert with Premier Advisors.
Thanks, Bobby. Our team integrates financial planning and asset management with business accounting and tax preparation. Business owners have planning needs that are unique. We work with you to design a seamless financial services bundle tailored to your business with monthly or quarterly advisory consultations to help guide you along the way. We don't just keep score of what happened last year. Our team combines expert financial planning and wealth management with top-tier tax services, helping businesses like yours build wealth for you. Call us today at 614-524-4888. That's 614-524-4888.
Brad Hennebert is a registered representative offering securities through United Planners Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through TCP Asset Management LLC. Tax services offered through Premier Tax CPAs. United Planners is not affiliated with TCP Asset Management, Premier Advisors, or Premier Tax CPAs.
Combat falling interest rates now. Lock in a 7-month certificate from Kemba Financial Credit Union and earn up to 4.5% annual percentage yield. Visit Kemba.org for details. Hurry! This exceptional rate offer expires December 31st, 2024. APY equals annual percentage yield. Restrictions apply. $500 minimum deposit required to open and earn stated APY and $250,000 maximum deposit. Advantage status required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Blue Jackets continuing their road trip there in Boston to take on the Bruins tonight. 7 o'clock face-off. You can hear that game right here on The Fan. The Monday night football game of the NFL has the Houston Texans and Dallas facing the Cowboys. That game airs on ESPN Columbus. According to reports, the Cincinnati Bengals have lost cornerback DJ Turner for the rest of the season with a fractured clavicle, suffered in last night's loss in L.A. to the Chargers. A couple of college football coaches out of work today. Florida dismissed Tom Herman, who hadn't even completed his second season on the job. The Owls 2-8 this year. UMass has dismissed head coach Don Brown after 2+ seasons. They were 6-28 in Brown's most recent tenure. Reds pitcher Nick Martinez accepted the team's qualifying offer of more than $21 million, avoiding free agency. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000. Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, Teddy.
Hey, what?
I got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
Well, 1 question, 1 statement. First statement, this ain't one of them.
You are correct, yes.
Second one is a question. Do I have erectile dysfunction now or later?
5:20.
5:20. Okay.
I mean, you can do it now if you want. It's 5 o'clock out.
I'm not ready.
Okay, yeah.
Not ready.
You have time.
We're giving away Buckeye tickets. What?
Nothing. Just say you don't want that to happen prematurely. I get it.
That's right.
You need to wait for the appropriate time. Totally understand.
We are giving away Buckeye basketball tickets tomorrow night against Evansville. I now have confirmation about where the tickets are and what you get. All right, so it's 4 tickets.
Yes.
They're in the Huntington Club.
Oh.
And you get a parking pass.
Oh.
All right, so if that interests you, text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. Yes, it's Evansville, but chances are you see a Buckeye victory, you're with the Poshy people in the Huntington Club, and the parking's free too.
You know what? Text us a random fact that you think is true about Evansville. Number 1 could be, what state is Evansville in?
Indiana.
No, don't give it away. You never know. People may not know that. I'm just saying, text us a fact you think is true about Evansville. We'll pick the one that's the funniest, and you get the ticket. Or we'll just pick one. Who knows?
I'm going to look at some real facts.
About Evansville?
About Evansville.
I mean, I know it's like a ways over there.
Oh, it's a ways.
It's almost all the way to Illinois, right?
It's on the border of Indiana and Kentucky.
Yes, but it's like way over there. I keep motioning.
Why?
Way over there, isn't it?
It's on the border. It's close to Illinois too. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I just said. Yeah. Is it near Paducah? Paducah, Kentucky? I bet it is.
Within driving distance.
Well, that's the lower 48 for me.
You know where it's close to?
Yeah.
French Lick.
Oh, right on.
And
Larry Bird.
Where Jay Cutler's from, Santa Claus, Indiana.
I've heard of Santa Claus. I didn't know he was from there.
That's right. Can't you tell how cheery he is?
That's what I would expect from a kid who grew up lilliterally in a magical town where it's Christmas all the time.
But that's probably really effing annoying.
Oh,
isn't it?
Yeah, it has to be. Do they have a high school in Santa Claus?
No, there's no high school there.
Oh. What do you mean?
Of course there's a high school.
No, don't do that to me. I don't know how big this town is. There are little towns where it's like, we don't have a high school, so we have a county. Like, haven't you heard
Santa Claus has got to have a high school.
Santa Claus reindeers? Is that what they're called?
Should be.
Yeah. The fighting Rudolphs are coming for you.
How many people do you think live in Santa Claus, Indiana?
1,200 people.
Ugh.
Was that right? Was that wrong?
2,600 people.
Oh.
I was going to say 47,000 people, then I realized I was looking at their zip code. 47579 is their zip code.
47,000 people. That's like some of those towns in China. You ever done that where you look up a a major city in China that like you or I maybe have never heard of, and you go look and you're like, what's the population of this city? Oh, well, 27 million people live here.
Well, that's like when Wuhan first got in the news. It's like, wow, Wuhan, what's that? Tiny? I don't know, 10 million people live in Wuhan?
Yeah, right.
Who knew?
It's incredible. There's one that I just looked up. Is it Zhongqing, I believe?
Sure.
Are you aware of this town?
No.
It's town. I keep doing that. It's a city in China, and it literally has, it's like one of the largest population bases. They have 31 million people.
31 million
in
people.
Chongqing, China. It is I never heard of this place, and I saw it on social media. Like, one of the largest cities in China is a great tourist spot, and they're showing you all these, they got buildings where the trains just go right through the building. It's like a feature. It's like a cool tourists go there to look at it. It's nuts.
How many people?
31 million people. Chongqing.
That's not right. That can't be.
It is right. I'm reading it. Reading it right here. Municipality of Chongqing is the only Chinese municipality with a resident population of over 30 million people. However, this number includes its large rural population. It surpassed Shanghai as China's largest municipality by urban population as of 2022. It has an urban population of 22.8 million people. The municipality contains 26 districts, 8 counties. I'm just telling you what the internet says.
All right.
It doesn't have 50 people is what I'm telling you. It has 20-plus million people live there, and we've never heard of it.
Has taken a break from eating his apple core to give me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Morning Juice tomorrow morning at 6:33. Anthony Schlegel, Buckeye legend, he'll be on.
Yeah.
Bishop and Friend. 10:33 tomorrow morning. Tuesdays with Taberry. Dom Taberry, who I have not seen today. He could be dead. I don't know.
I saw him this morning, actually.
Oh.
I was walking in. He was walking out. So I don't know what he was doing this morning, but he was here for a little bit of a short time, and then I haven't seen him since.
And then 12 noon tomorrow, right before Rothman and Ice, it is Ryan Day's weekly press conference. I say this with no jest at all. It's the biggest football week that's not Michigan of the year. It's Indiana week, kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you.
You're very excited. T-Bone came in today. He did not have erectile dysfunction because he's very excited about the Cavs and their 15-0 start to the regular season. They beat Chalet-Honey last night to move to 15-0.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell, I want to say, didn't even play in the game. Still won. Beat him by 15. The Cavs, there's a stat out there. I know I'm probably butchering this. It's something to this effect, Mike. Their franchise record for points or games in a season where they've scored more than 130 points in a game. Their franchise record is 6 times, I want to say, in a season where they did that.
Are they almost there?
They've got 5 of those already.
I was going to say, they lead the league in every offensive category.
Last night they had 128. They almost got to that, but they didn't quite get over the hump. The point I'm making is they are on an insane run right now to start the season. They're 15-0. They're playing that Leagues Cup thing, which if you've ever wanted it when your team starts off hot and you go, man, I wish they were playing like the finals right now. Well, good news. There is a trophy they could win by December playing this hot. Hopefully they keep it up. But I'm going to tell you right now, I already seen enough. I'm good with this.
What do you mean you've seen enough?
I've seen enough, Mike. Cavs in 4. Just go ahead and let them know, as they say. Hashtag let them know.
Cavs in 4.
Cavs in 4.
Who they beating in 4?
Doesn't matter. Whoever they play, they're going to beat because they're the best. Cavs.
Too hot.
Cavs in 4, baby. Let's go.
Cavs in 4.
Just book it for June. We're going to the finals. You and me to broadcast.
I'm not going.
We're going to
anywhere.
watch. Why not?
You know when I'll go? If they play the 96 Bulls. If they play them, I'll go check it out.
Win. Those guys are old. They're all super old now.
Those guys get dipped in cocoon. They take a bath where they come out and then they're that age that they were in 96. They're not that age now.
I got to tell you, that is my favorite album that the Rolling Stones ever did.
What?
Dipped in Cocoon.
Dipped in
my
Cocoon.
favorite. It's so good. I love it when they sing that song.
Best starts in NBA history. Here's what you have.
Yeah.
The 1948-1949 Washington Capitals. How do we not remember them, right? They started 15-0.
Okay.
The 93-94 Houston Rockets. They won it all.
Yeah.
They started 15-0.
Uh-huh.
Then this Cavs team, 15-0. And then 15-16 Golden State Warriors started 24-0.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what happened then in 2016.
They made the finals.
They did make the finals.
They didn't win it, though, did they?
No, they lost in the finals.
So what you're telling me is the last team that had a start this hot, the Cavs won that NBA Finals.
That's correct.
So the Cavs are now the team with that hot start. Cavs in 4. Just go ahead and put that in there.
Next
Cavs
game
in 4
is tomorrow night at the Celtics. Celtics any good?
Yeah. They're like you know what, if there wasn't a team that was undefeated, they would probably be the best team in the East, but this team is better record than them. So Cavs in 4.
If they get past that one.
Well, that's an NBA Cup game too.
Then you got stupid. You know what, I'm done with this.
It still counts for the regular season. It's all
I know, but I don't understand, you know.
It's fine.
First of all, I tried to watch one of these NBA Cup games, too.
Yeah.
And the floor gives me seizures. They should put warning labels on the floor. I'm offended by the parquet.
You just see the vision, right? Where someone was like, "Hey, boss, I was thinking for the NBA Cup floor. Have you ever seen Boise State's home field?" Yeah.
That's a little subdued.
What we were thinking is, what if every NBA team had that floor, basically? That field was converted to a floor. Jay Burson can't even see colors anymore because he's so just Technicolor dream-coded out by this thing. He can't even deal with it now. He's seeing in grays because his eyes are blazed with these colors.
New Baseball Hall of Fame Cooperstown ballot is out. We have 14 newcomers on the ballot. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you ready?
No.
Ichiro in. CC Sabathia in. Also, Felix Hernandez, not in.
Good, but not
good.
in.
Well, all these guys are good.
King Felix.
Yes.
Great, actually. I'm going to say great, not in.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Cargo.
Good. Dustin Pedroia. Fine. Hanley Ramirez.
Isn't Dustin Pedroia the one? Hold on. Doesn't he have the story that David Ortiz, they played together for years, and it was like 9 years into their time together, and David Ortiz said, "Why'd he call you Dustin?" Like someone walked up and said, "Hey, see you later, Dustin." And he goes, "Because that's my name." Because I guess they all called him Pee-wee. Like that was their nickname for him in the clubhouse. He didn't know his own teammate's name was Dustin Pedroia. He just thought it was Pee-wee Pedroia.
Dustin Pedroia had a quote too, Teddy. It's one of we used to have it in the system. It's gone now because I just look for it. Where he was struggling the year after he won the MVP. Because he did. He won the MVP. I forget what year it was. He was struggling.
Yeah.
And the media comes to him. And they say, "Hey, you're sort of struggling this year." And he said, "Hey, you know what? I was struggling at this time last year. And guess what happened? Laser show."
Laser show. I love it. Yeah.
Laser show.
Hey, Bill, you're not getting the reports in. We need them a little bit quicker.
Hey,
He's like, hey, I was struggling last week, too.
The last report they had for you? Laser show.
Laser show. Yeah.
Say that to your boss.
Laser show.
Yeah. All right, what else? Dustin Pedroia, Hanley Ramirez, Fernando Rodney, Ian Kinsler, Ben Zobrist. I'm voting for him.
Oh, okay.
Troy Tulowitzki. Once upon a time.
Oh, he was on his way.
He thought he was on his way.
On his way.
Russell Martin, Brian McCann, Curtis Granderson, the Grandy Man. The Grandy Man can.
Played for both New York teams, Mets and Yankees.
And Adam Jones of the Baltimore Orioles.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, Pac-Man. That's his nickname. Adam Pac-Man Jones.
What's the matter?
What they call him.
I have that Dustin Pedroia.
Did I oversell it? Was it not that funny?
It's funny. Yeah, you want to hear it?
Let me hear it.
A couple years ago, I had 60 at-bats. I was hitting 170, and everyone was ready to kill me, too. What happened?
MVP.
Laser show.
Love it. That's great.
I like how the journalist, MVP, Dustin. I know the answer. MVP.
Like you don't have a good one as I do. Yeah.
He's a Laurinaitis voice twin, too. Play that again.
Is. Yeah, play it one more time.
I want to hear it one more time. Then picture Laurinaitis talking. I'm sorry, I screwed
Ted's like, oh, my God.
Oh, man, I thought we were done.
He's like, I was going to traffic.
Man, he's had 60 at-bats. I mean, a couple years ago, I had 60 at-bats. I was hitting 170, and everyone was ready to kill me, too. What happened?
MVP.
Laser show. So.
It's good. I like it. You know what else he said? Cavs in 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big Reds trade on the horizon, possibly, Teddy. We'll discuss next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slow-moving traffic on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. And you're also going to hit a slowdown on southbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Cemetery Road and Roberts Road. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza, or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
To Central Ohioans, fall means one thing, football. At Sears Heating and Cooling, fall also means one thing, furnaces. We're not plumbers or electricians. Nope. For 74 years, we've been your Central Ohio heating and cooling experts. Need an electrician or plumber? We'll gladly give you a referral, but we won't pretend to be your one-stop shop for all the trades. We're HVAC experts, and our mission is to provide the highest quality service at the best possible price. That's the local advantage of doing business with your neighbors at Sears Heating and Cooling. Online at SearsHeatingCooling.com.
Scotty Vegas for Maxima Concrete. They redid my whole driveway, but they can do so much more, like outdoor kitchens, pools, patios, you name it. Mention this ad for $250 off your next project with Maxima Concrete and visit MaximaConcrete.com.
We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set the second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
The reality of addiction in Central Ohio goes beyond drugs.
You know, the new human trafficker is a drug trafficker.
A vicious cycle with people selling their bodies to feed their addiction.
We know we can't arrest our way out of these issues.
10 TV is seeking solutions with city and community leaders to see what can be done to break the cycle.
Caring about people means investing in people, and it also means investing in the people that care for people.
10 investigates tonight on 10 TV News at 6 and streaming on 10 TV Plus.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips. Yeah, baby. Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
What a great show.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune. Weeknights at 7:30 on 10 TV.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions so you can have peace of mind. Visit healthcare.gov to explore health plans from the brands you know. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Enroll at healthcare.gov by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
USPS Ground Advantage, the affordable and reliable shipping solution for the holidays. Learn more at USPS.com/advantage.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, but mild and dry with light winds on this Monday. Temperatures in the low 60s, down to the low 50s overnight with mostly cloudy skies and a couple light showers by morning. A few morning showers giving way to a bit of cloud cover in the afternoon. Windy and warm with highs again in the low 60s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
You wanted the best. Instead, you got these two. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
You know what I normally do is I ad-lib my commercial reads.
Yeah.
But I decided I'm going to read this one as written today.
I love this.
I'm going to read it as written.
Let's hear what they sent you.
Let me tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. If you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best give you can to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. That is the stocking stuffer that everybody wants. I added that part in. I'm sorry. Tri-State Men's Health has 2 locations in Columbus, quick exit off 270 in Hilliard, and near the Medical Mile, in Westerville. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit's only $99, includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a PSA test, and an Oreo cookie. And if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Put the stiffy back in the holidays.
I was just thinking back fondly to all the holiday arousals I've had, Mike, over the years. It's the tradition I always look forward to.
I tell you, when you're a kid, and
sure.
You know Santa's been downstairs? Rock, baby. Rock.
The Rock is appearing at WrestleMania? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Reds and Royals are apparently discussing a Jonathan India-Brady Singer trade, Teddy. What do you make of this? Brady Singer, starting pitcher. These were both teammates at the University of Florida, both first-round picks in 2018. Brady Singer is a nice starting pitcher. Obviously, the Reds need starting pitching. And instead of going out and spending money on a starting pitcher, that's not going to happen.
Well, they just spent $21 million on to bring back Nick Martinez. So they spent money there on a starting pitcher. And if they do this, I mean, they've been talking about trading Jonathan India for, seems like the last 2 or 3 years, right? It just seems like his name's always out there. And they got a lot of infielders, and they're trying to, mix those guys. I mean, I wish they would trade him maybe for like an outfield bat. But I do like Brady Singer. He's been really good. 2 of the last 3 years, he's been pretty good. So you put him in there with some of these other young guys in that rotation that they have, but still they need somebody that can drive in the runs in the outfield. They don't have that.
Teddy, that's all well and good. No one is considering the actual the biggest pivot point to this whole decision, which is, will Kirk Herbstreit be mad about it? Because remember when Ellie De La Cruz came up and people were like,
That's
man,
right.
their infield's going to have a little bit of an issue there. They may have to think about trading Jonathan India. And he's like, how dare you, C. Trent Rosecrans? What do you know about it?
C. Trent wrote this story, too.
Right. It's like, hey, I don't know, Kirk. Maybe if you were an actual Reds fan, you'd know that C. Trent Rosecrans kind of has been writing about the Reds for like decades now.
Herbie's busy.
Oh, he's so busy.
Let him live.
So busy.
He's busy helping Desmond Howard understand Arizona State football.
There you go. Also the thing that we didn't consider with this Jonathan Indria, what's the other guy's name? Brandon Singer?
Brady Singer.
Close enough. Yeah. How does this impact Greg Olsen? No one's talking about that because we got to keep an eye on Greg Olsen for this. It might be something he likes or doesn't like, and that should be factored in.
Mm-mm.
You all right over there?
No.
Okay.
Hey, the Astros have sold their stadium naming rights to a Japanese air conditioning company. That's not a fake story.
Okay.
It is Dakin or Dakin. I'm going to say it's Dan Dockich and his hair plugs.
I think it's the band Dakin. Teddy, listen to them, right?
So
Teddy, you love some Dakin,
rocking
right?
with Dakin.
It's not Minute Maid anymore. It's Dakin.
Dakin?
Or Dakin.
No, it's Dakin. We're
Dan
going with
Dakin.
Yeah, like he said, Dan Dakin. That's right.
And the Giants are benching Daniel Jones, but they have a plan.
Oh, I know what the plan is.
Their plan is Tommy DeVito is going to be their new starting quarterback. See, last week we heard rumblings about this, and then people logically thought because Drew Lock is on that roster, they're going to give that piece of crap some starts.
No.
To see what he can do. No, it's Tommy DeVito.
I don't ever feel this way when I see this, but like if you were someone who's 6'4" and like 230, if you're like a dude who is fairly athletic, you're over 6'3", and you probably weighed over like 225. Do guys like that? I've never been that tall. I've never been that in shape. If you were that height and weight, do you ever look at this and just go, apparently, if I had just dedicated myself a little bit more to football, I could just be in the NFL for 10 years? Because it seems like all they do is find guys who cannot play in the NFL, but they keep the same names around and just send them here, send them there, shuffle them around. You
like
see
the radio business.
Yeah, I'm saying if you had been like a decent college quarterback and then just really tried to try out at every single attempt you could at the NFL, I just wonder if I've never had to worry about that because no one's hiring 5'7", 300 pounds at quarterback.
Fish is going to get mad at me, but we have a job posting here at the Fan.
Yes.
Chops has moved on, and so Bishop is looking for a new friend.
Yes.
And so it's out there. You can apply for the job if you want to.
There you go.
But we've had several people interview for the job, and Fish will tell me like, "Oh yeah, so and so interviewed," and I'm thinking to myself, that piece of crap is still in radio. Oh my God!
Yeah,
that guy's been around for 40 years. What the hell? And they just keep coming back around.
And then you walked over to his desk and were like, Tim, why didn't you tell me you wanted the job? I would have just put it out there for you.
Well, you know what's rude is that I applied for the job and I got no response. I did. I filled out an internal application.
Well,
I applied for the job.
Teddy, I guess
and got nothing.
You can undo that blood oath because I also applied for the job and I told Teddy he wasn't allowed to tell you because I didn't want to let anything out unless it happened that I got the job, and then I would just tell you at this. We would both be there to tell you at the same time.
Just this morning, Fish was like, "You're not going to believe who applied for this job." That guy's still alive? My God.
Dan Patrick is one.
Dan
That's
Patrick
great.
wants to
Good
be
for
one
him.
of Bishop's friends? It's pathetic.
It was actually Dan Orlovsky.
Fabulous Sports Babe?
Yeah, she's back, baby.
How are you, honey? Alive?
Yeah, I feel like she's not in the business, but I feel like she's still with us.
Maybe.
Pharrell on the bench called.
How you doing, Pharrell on the bench? Sports Babe had her hair sewn into that hat.
Yeah, I agree.
She's bald under there.
It's fine with me.
Teddy?
She's 76.
Alive?
Yeah. Still banging in Tampa, probably, right? I think she was still, no, I'm saying like that's where she was doing radio shows.
How you doing, Fabulous Sports Babe?
That's where that was like the command center for her. That's where she broadcast from.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Fat Boy Food Tap! Coming up next, Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 33 and Sawmill Road. And we've got a 10-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Would you believe that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people? Or that a single cloud can weigh 550 tons or more? Sounds fake, right? How about an insurance company that actually treats you right? Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. NJM Insurance is proud to put policyholders first. And they don't use jingles or mascots either. Don't believe me? Well, guess what? Everything in this commercial is true and approved by the legal department. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Happy Honda Days are at Germain Honda of Dublin. Rich tells me they're going to help you celebrate your new vehicle with 0% APR up to 72 months on select 24 and 25 models with no payments for 90 days. And leases starting as low as $249 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin, where you'll get same-day service, no appointment necessary. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Strike now, Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil change-anxiety. And breathe in automotive peace. Visit us today.
Come try Skyline Chili's new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. Made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend. Topped with Skyline Chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new Mac and Cheese 3-Way. At participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Jake Diebler and the Buckeyes return home to face the Evansville Purple Aces. Yep, that's their real name, the Purple Aces. Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 6 p.m. after Common Man and T-Bone. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Attention. Please flip your listening device to the stupid setting. Thank you. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you're here. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell your friends. I'm drinking my Like beet extract.
Oh, is that what that is? I've always wondered because you've been pouring that powder into water and drinking it. And
I've been told that beets are good for you.
Yeah.
But I don't want to eat them.
The headphones only, though. The headphones are the only part of that works. If you do the fruit, it does not work.
Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica.
That's right, Teddy. A reference he got. 100%.
What does that mean?
Dwight Schrute.
Dwight Schrute, baby. With the beet farm.
He's the beet farm guy. Yeah, come on. He's your guy.
He makes those beets that you're drinking right now.
Yeah.
You know who Dwight Schrute is?
Is he from The Office?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Teddy, I can still hear the music. It's driving me crazy.
I can hear it too. I like it though. Keep it going.
Stop!
Yeah. No.
Nobody else can hear it.
No, I can hear it though.
No. Teddy is getting such a kick out of this, and I really enjoy that.
It's over.
Okay.
Oh man.
I
can't wait for Adam Neff to be a bishop and friend. No, he didn't apply.
Oh, come on. I didn't know he didn't apply. That's too bad.
I feel like I got a hernia.
Why do you feel like...
I don't know. I got a little thing. I've never had a hernia.
Okay.
But I feel this is what it is.
Okay. Do you have a bump?
No, nothing's sticking out.
Do you have like a belly button that all of a sudden is an outie that it wasn't any?
No. I just got a little strain in the groin.
Oh, I see. Maybe that's what you have is a strain in the groin.
Yeah, that's true.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
All right, so yesterday, I'm in the car. I'm driving on 23.
Yeah.
And anyone who has to drive on 23 on a regular basis knows that when you drive on 23, you contemplate eating a bullet on 23.
All right.
So it's just north of, 750?
Polaris.
Whatever they call Polaris Parkway in 23.
Part of Polaris, yeah.
All right. They're putting a Del Taco in there.
Oh, yeah.
The exact address is 8787 Owen Field Drive. But they're currently hiring. Look, when I lived out west, when I was banging out there, I used to love me some Del Taco. They opened one in Bell Fountain, which has since closed.
Yes, but you and I both drove out there many times to get food, and it was good.
I made the trip up there, and it was good. I like Del Taco because it has the essence of Taco Bell, but you can also get burgers and fries there.
Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff. I think it's a very good and different compliment. If you love Taco Bell and you love we need just more fast food places that do Tex-Mex. That's what I would say. We need more of that. And so Del Taco is one of those places that serves that need. I think they have very delicious food. Don't they have options too on spice level? I feel like that's a thing.
I don't know. Let's not overpromise.
Okay. Just go to
Del Taco is coming for you, Powell.
When it opens in Powell, make sure you don't let this one close like the other one did.
You know who lives in Powell?
Who lives in Powell? Tyvis? Is that why his name is Tyvis Powell?
I love Del Taco.
He lives in Powell and he is Powell?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I think he does.
I don't know where he lives.
Maybe it's Lewis Center. Anywho.
Maybe we don't need to give out his home address on the air. Just a thought.
Hey, look, Teddy has given me an article from 614now.com. They should really give us a commission.
I'm on the payroll.
From meatball subs to hoagies, 614 Feast names the best sub sandwiches in Columbus.
Okay.
They have Wario's on here. Wario's beef and pork.
If they didn't, the list would be invalid, right?
It is delicious. They're talking specifically about the meatball sub.
Yeah.
They said it's one of the best bites in the city. I agree. The meatball is very good. The cheesesteak, the steak sandwich is very good.
However, the one I want. Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I love the cold cut. The cold cut with salami and ham and a house-made pickle relish. Delicious.
You know the one I haven't had that I need to try is the, don't they do a chicken Caesar?
Yes, and I haven't had that. I think they just do that at the Clintonville location.
It looks incredible. I need to go get that one.
Anyway, Wario's very good. Go there. Yogi's, Hoagies, and Dairy Bar, 1274 Morse Road.
Okay. I know.
It says it's been in business since 77. Why have I not been to this place?
Well, Yogi's Hoagies, there used to be one in Westerville. Is that not still there? I don't know if...
No, I guess not.
I don't know if they're the same thing or not, but... Oh, yeah, I know where this is. Yeah, this is... I know exactly where this place is now that I'm looking it up.
It says the Franken hoagie is scary good, stacked with salami, ham, turkey, roast beef, and provolone cheese, then topped with lettuce, tomato, banana peppers, olive oil, and spices. Hey, no mayo for Timmy. You can order it hot or cold, but I'm definitely on team hot. It doesn't sound like it would have its essence if it's hot.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I don't know.
I do know this. The one that's on Morse Road is apparently it's got like its own website. So I don't know if the other one's related, but either way, yeah, the one on Morse Road, it says the original Morse Road. So that must be the original location. So
Hoagie City, 3870 Main Street in Hilliard.
Can confirm.
You've been there?
Yeah. I haven't had the sandwich they talk about in this article. I got the cheesesteak, and as someone who loves a cheesesteak, it held up. It was very well done. So,
They're touting the Italian hoagie here, loaded with provolone, pepper ham, cooked salami, hard salami, capicola, and pepperoni.
Gabagool.
Yeah.
I would say that the time I went, they had delicious food. I didn't try that sub, but if they do that sub as well as they did their cheesesteak, you'll be fine. It's
Borgata
great.
Pizza Cafe. They have several locations. They have a meatball sub there. Garlic butter smothered bun holds 3 massive house-made 4-ounce meatballs, marinara sauce, and provolone cheese. It's huge, indulgent, and absolutely delicious, which is what my wife says about me in the sack.
Now we know you're lying.
Smith's Restaurant and Deli, 3737 North High. Family owned and operated since 1960. This is my problem. I don't go to Clintonville enough.
Yeah.
They got too many rats there, but I need to start going to
What
Clintonville.
are you talking about?
Remember they had a rat issue in Clintonville?
Did they? I feel like you do that sometimes. You're like, yeah, I remember that story. I have a rat issue. And it's like, when was that story? 2011, and it was like 2 houses that were abandoned.
Could have been.
You're like, Clintonville rat problem done. And it's just over now. It's over for Clintonville.
Their 8-inch subs are oven toasted to perfection. My favorite is the Super Smith. Hey, your last name's Smith.
Super Smith. There you go.
Packed with capicola, hard salami, pepperoni, provolone, mozzarella, Romano, oregano, onions, and hot peppers. It's a flavor-packed classic.
What's this place again?
Which one is this? Smith's Restaurant and Deli.
Smith's Deli.
Anthony O'Connell, who wrote this for 614 Now, he enjoys the Italian subs.
Yeah, that's it, right?
That's pretty much the theme of his list.
Apparently, he went there and got Italian subs at all these places.
And meatballs.
Fine. But, yeah, I will say a couple that didn't make the list, but I definitely think qualify. I have had those DeBella's subs. Have you ever been to those places?
Yes.
They're good. I think they have a very good sub. I know they're a chain, but I think they do an excellent job. And another chain that I will vouch for, because they're back with a few locations. We haven't been to the one. We need to go, Mr. Hero. You know I love a Mr. Hero.
It's not really a sub, though, is it?
It's a hero. What are you talking about?
I mean, like the Roman burger. I mean, that's specifically.
The Roman burger is not a traditional sub.
Right.
No.
Right.
But they serve. That's what they make.
You're right. It's a sandwich.
They do sandwich. They have sandwich.
You're right.
It's a sub shop.
I'm sorry I
Just
said
saying. The brand of Mr. Hero shall not be disparaged. The one that we used to go to it didn't work out so well at that place.
No, that was the worst meal we ever had. Do you know who used to do commercials for Mr. Hero?
No.
You do.
I've forgotten.
Brian Hoyer!
Oh, yes. Of course he did.
When he was banging up in the land.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Brian Hoyer!
Mr. Hero, by the way, there is still the one right off of 70 that is on East Livingston. I think that one is still there. There is one out on Broad Street, out near Broad and Hamilton, not far from there. But the one that I need to go check out, there's one up on Morse Road now. It's like a newer one.
Yeah, they made a couple newer ones. I haven't been there.
Yeah, and I need to go. I need to take time and make it happen.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 5-minute delay if you need to travel on westbound 670 between Grandview Avenue and I-70. And we've got slower traffic on northbound 315 between Lane Avenue and North Broadway. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lessig. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week Dominic Libator. Laborers Local 860 Cleveland. Dominic is a hardworking 33-year member. Build Ohio right, build it union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Scotty Vegas here, and let's talk about turning back the clock, really turning it back. Awaken 180 Golden has always been a game changer for weight loss for those ages 60 and over, but now we're talking age reversal, both body and mind. Feeling like you did 10, even 20 years ago. Feel sharper, more agile, stronger, and mentally on top of your game. How? In addition to fast, proven weight loss for those over 60, Awaken 180 Golden now includes sleep coaching, falling asleep quicker, staying asleep, daily meal plans, yes, the simplicity, and most importantly, natural supplements designed to promote brain age and physical age reversal. It's a full reboot to improve your memory, clarity, energy, and yes, weight loss. Awaken 180 Golden isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling incredible on the inside too. Learn how Awaken 180 Golden can turn back the clock for you. Put more life back in your life with the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Morning Juice.
It was terrible. I had a dream that I was getting a calf cramp, and I woke up and I was actually getting a calf cramp. My left calf is incredibly sore today. I'm like, I was dehydrated.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Discover fantastic holiday gift ideas at low prices this week at Meijer. Enjoy 20% off select board games and puzzles for the whole family. Get 20% off select Lego playsets. Save $170 on a KitchenAid 5.5-quart stand mixer, now only $279.99. Experience the sense of the season when you save 30% on Yankee Candle products. Shop in-store or online at Meijer.com, and you'll receive the same low prices no matter how you choose to shop. Exclusions apply.
This season, there's a system for every home and budget at Logan Services. Save big with our furnace sale. Payments start at $49 a month for 144 months. Plus, save up to $2,000 on a qualifying train system. Choose from our free stocking stuffers for extra home comfort. And don't forget about tax credits. Schedule your free estimate now and get next day installation with fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
At Byers Auto, we've been football fans since 1897, back when tailgates had actual tails. Our legacy of supporting our local team is as strong as our commitment to providing exceptional vehicles. While we're known for our new cars, we also offer a variety of pre-owned vehicles that meet our rigorous standards. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Visit us in person or shop online at byersauto.com. Come see why it's better to buy at Byers.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Roundtable coming up at the top of the hour. Paul Keels, Jim Lachey, Skip Mossick, and Coach John Cooper. Now, let me tell you the schedule. A little confusing.
All right.
So here on the Fan, Buckeye Roundtable until 6:30, because then we hit Jackets coverage. Jackets in Boston tonight. That coverage will start at 6:30. If you want to listen to all 2 hours of Buckeye Roundtable, it's on ESPN Columbus, 1460 on the AM dial, and the Fans HD2. Then Monday Night Football tonight, Cowboys and Texans, that will be on after Buckeye Roundtable on ESPN Columbus.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I've got all that. Thank you for clarifying.
So on the Big Boy Fan, just a half an hour of Buckeye Roundtable, then it's Jackets time. But the whole experience
the entire
is on
thing.
ESPN Columbus.
And, of course, if you have the Fans app, you can get the Fan,
whatever.
ESPN HD2. You can get HD3.
Yes.
If we have anything over there.
HD3. There's BetQL.
That's right. I forgot. BetQL is over there. But then also if, like, we have a game that is pushed over there, you can hear it on that as well.
Yeah.
It's all there for you.
You know what? If I'm not on, I don't care. That's what I've decided.
Is that right?
Yep. Jimmy cracked corn.
By the way,
I'm proud of us.
Why are you proud?
The entire show, we have not talked about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Entire show.
Do we want to talk about it briefly now?
If you want.
Here's my one thought from all of this. It is possible that Mike Tyson is just old now. Like, I've seen so many people posting things. I didn't watch this fight. Did you watch the fight?
Not a second.
Of course not. Right. Teddy, did you check out the fight? Did you watch the Tyson Jake Paul thing?
Just the highlights. That's it.
That's what I saw. Same thing. I saw some highlights. That's it. So all I know is from the highlights I saw, people are, of course, like slowing this down and showing how, like, oh, man, Mike Tyson knew that if he punched Jake Paul too hard, he wouldn't get paid, which is stupid.
You get paid anyway.
You get paid. It's a contract. They've already signed it. They already got the money. What are you talking about? But people are like, no, if he hit him too hard, he wouldn't get paid, which is stupid. But then they will slow it down and show little videos where it's like, yeah, you see here, Jake Paul like swung and missed Mike Tyson, and he was wide open. He could have just, Tyson would have got in there and 1-2 punch, and he's down. But instead, Tyson just stood there, and it's like, yes, perhaps that's because he's 58 years old with a bad leg, and he can't move as well as he did 20 years ago when you last saw him fight. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Just pointing out, he is, like, not as quick as he used to be, and maybe that's why this all looked like that.
I'm going to say it was all conspiracy.
Or, you know what, maybe he did pull his punches because he just was like, I'm just here to get my paycheck and leave.
Yeah, but what about the undercard? How entertaining was the undercard?
I heard there were like the two lady boxers that were there.
Ooh, lady.
The two women that were boxing. I heard that was like a controversial decision.
Oh, what happened?
Because one of them, I think, headbutted the other one.
Oh, no.
And busted her wide open. And then they kept fighting. And then the one who did the headbutting, who didn't land as many punches, she won by a judge's decision. So people were mad about that.
Did one of them have a pee-pee?
I've not heard anything about that.
That was a big problem in the Olympics.
No, it wasn't
It was the non-existent pee-pee.
There was no pee-pee in the Olympics.
I understand it was a non-existent pee-pee, but some people are still upset about the pee-pee.
Yeah, it's almost like people don't have anything to do better with their time than to make up crap about regular humans who are just going about their lives. So now we have all these internet conspiracies.
I just want to point out, I don't have a pee-pee.
We know. You're a Ken doll down
I'm
there.
Smooth, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Smooth.
The medical definition is Ken doll.
Carlos Santana.
Is that smooth?
Rob Thomas. Smooth.
That's right. It actually, when you pull your pants down, it starts playing the guitar intro to that song. It's great.
It's a good little ditty. I'll tell you what.
It's very good.
It's catchy.
This just in. Carlos Santana knew what he was doing with the guitar, right?
He's doing like a Vegas residency now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we got to go.
And he's going to fight Jake Paul next month because he's about 80.
He's probably going to throw that fight too, huh?
All right, back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone. Mike, do you like Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, I'm out on him.
I know your answer is no.
I'm done with him. I'm done with Rise and Grind guy.
You know who else might be done with him? The movie-going public.
Good.
Because there's a new movie out called Red One. It's this holiday movie, Christmas movie, it's all based on, like, I don't know, they're trying to get trying to do something with the North Pole. I don't know, but it's supposed to be like an action movie around Christmas, right? And so it opened this weekend. It did, I think it led the box office with a whopping $34.1 million release, which is...
That sounds pretty good.
Except here's the problem. Because Dwayne Johnson's in it, so are a bunch of other heavy hitters like Chris Evans, bunch of stars are in it. Its budget is rumored to be $200 million. So...
Well, just
if it made
started.
back $34 million... No, but in the first weekend, usually they expect pretty big returns. They didn't get anywhere close to what they thought they were going to get out of this movie. So, that might be a little bit of a yikesy thing. Johnson plays Santa's bodyguard in this movie, and he's got to go out and, I don't know, solve some mystery or fight some crime, whatever. In either case, it's him muscled up, yelling and things exploding.
Why does Santa need a bodyguard? He's magic.
They needed a way to put Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a Christmas movie, but they couldn't figure out how to do it because apparently Hollywood has lost their touch. Back in my day, we had Arnold Schwarzenegger running around looking for a Turbo Man action figure with Sinbad, and it was brilliant.
Phil Hartman.
May he rest in peace.
Dead.
He was trying to mac on Schwarzenegger's wife.
Is that right?
Actually, it's Tom Hanks' wife in real life, Rita Wilson.
Oh.
That's who plays that's who it was.
Can I tell you something? Never saw that movie.
You should watch
Never
it.
saw Jingle All the Way.
You should watch it.
Should I?
Yes, it's great.
Is it?
It's stupid. It's hilarious.
Buckeye Roundtable's up next. Then we got Jackets time at 6:30. We're back tomorrow. Have a good evening. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch out for an accident that's on the left shoulder of southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Cemetery Road and Roberts Road. It's causing a 15-minute delay and slower traffic from 33. And things are stop and go on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week Dominic Libator. Laborers Local 860 Cleveland. Dominic is a hardworking 33-year member. Build Ohio right, build it union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.